Beware! You're in for a scare!
Oh my god!
We're skipping the old, normally we open with like a little bit of like the screen.
Shit to do today.
But
yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I also thought about how it would be really whack if I had to put up like a starting soon screen of us at the campfire and then I transition to us at the campfire. I was like, that's lame. That's scary. This is scary. This music's fucking scary.
Resident Evil 4. This is too scary.
Resident Evil Board, more like.
True. No.
Am I right? Oh, I didn't say meow. Meow. Sorry.
There you go.
Usually I say meow at like 3 minutes in or so, you have to excuse me.
Of all of our creepypastas, we have each written one of our own and snuck them in. It'll be up to you at the end of stream. At the end of stream, don't fucking guess during them.
Don't guess during them, but you're gonna guess like at the end of stream who was the imposter. I think it's gonna be pretty obvious for some of us, but I don't know. I think it's hard to resist putting some things in that are like, I don't know.
You win being right.
Yeah, you don't win.
Congratulations.
You win like you were correct. So you're praying there's a cowboy/country related one.
Oh my god.
I don't think there's gonna be that. I don't think that's gonna happen. But you never know. You could be reading Red Dead Redemption.
Ooh.
That'd be a
good one.
That'd be a scary ass name for a creepypasta if you made one.
Yeah, I hope there's nothing named like that. I'd be too scared to view it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty scary.
It's like all caps.
Do we want to quickly open with our first activity that I
would love a little activity.
And then we'll jump into our stories. We're gonna start left to right when we're doing stories and just kind of go from there. So yeah, I don't know exactly what your game plan for this is.
We'll use the eraser. Let's first of all crop in on those pumpkins and just put them. Crop that window down.
Carve jack-o'-lanterns.
Making us
carve jack-o'-lanterns. Why yes, I am going to make you carve jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, scale that boy up. Give us all mouse control, Qweave.
Give everyone mouse control all at the same time.
No, you could do one at a time. You could do yours first.
Oh, let me do mine. Well, I don't want to start. I'm gonna go like second, right? I'm gonna go like second. Who wants to go first?
Who wants to go first? Our pumpkins are the ones that are below us. We're in pumpkin order. Okay,
let's go number 2.
I wasn't prepared. I gotta think about this.
All right, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me get in there for you. So you're number 2. Get your pumpkin going. Just carve something out.
Can I zoom in?
No. You can't zoom in on a pumpkin in real life, so you can't do it here either.
Okay, I'm thinking.
I feel like the longer pumpkins are at disadvantage. Look, Noelle is the nicest pumpkin IMO, true.
Yeah, Noelle does have like a picturesque, beautiful pumpkin. Mm-hmm. This is a fucking spectacular.
Oh, are you making a creeper? Are you making a creeper?
Oh, shit!
Oh my god.
That's so smart!
Oh, you kind of wonked it up a little bit. That's fine.
No, that's fine!
Yeah, every pumpkin is a little wonked up. There's no such thing as like a fully functional jack-o'-lantern, you know?
Can I make it smaller?
No, this is the eraser tool.
Yeah, but you have to remember, you can't do anything about your mistakes in the real world of pumpkins.
Are those like the side of his head?
You have to commit to every decision you make.
Oh, you're doing multiple. You're doing multiple carvings, one pumpkin.
Crazy.
I'm decorating it.
Oh, you're doing that too.
Alright, here we go.
I'll go third, and then Boot will show everybody up, because this is his idea.
No, I won't. I just thought it'd be fun. I just thought it'd be fun to like carve some pumpkins, have a little decoration for the stream, you know.
Like
we save this out as a still.
This is like a really classic looking pumpkin.
See, I'm concerned now because I was really hoping I'd get to make the classic pumpkin.
Nope. Synth was the wiser man.
Did make it first.
Synth was the wiser man. You've been upstaged.
Yeah, I've been upstaged.
This is a beautiful pumpkin. Oh, wow. Wonderful execution.
Wait, oh my god.
Oh, look at him.
Aww.
This one's cute.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is like when I think of a pumpkin, this is what I think of.
He's kind of scary now.
Oh yeah, and does he have that
nose?
Does he have the jack-o'-lantern nose, or is he shot in the head?
He has a baby hair.
Oh, it's a baby! baby! He has like a little baby too!
Oh,
It's a
good
baby!
guy.
There you go. There's
Little
the
baby
pumpkin.
punk.
So cute! Okay.
Pumpkin melon is more like it.
Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me in, coach. I fucking have the shittiest pumpkin of the lot, I think.
My pumpkin is so dark and evil.
Your pumpkin
is
is big, though.
I'm trying to think of what to do with my pumpkin. Can you guess what my pumpkin is?
It looks like a Lego guy so far.
You got it. You figured out my
Oh.
pumpkin secret. Is it's a Lego guy.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. And here's the thing, is this is like a customizable pumpkin. At least one person could say what hat they want on him. And that's kind of, I'll like,
Okay, I like it.
what can I add to this? I guess that's it. Just kind of this nasty little Lego man silhouette. That's kind of the whole pumpkin. It sort of takes up a lot of the pumpkin because it's a tall ass pumpkin. All right, Boo. Are you ready for your pumpkin, your fateful moment, and then we'll get to the scary stories?
Okay.
Hey, why is this file?
Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Don't talk about anything. If you see something, no, you didn't. You did not see that.
I didn't see shit, Your Honor. Oh my god.
A man has fallen into the pumpkin in Qweave Stream City. Sad but true. You don't like to see it happen, but that's kind of how it happens occasionally. You never know.
This is a very scary pumpkin.
What? Like you're like
a doggy. It's a
it's
doggy.
like a dog. That's
Never
like a
mind.
kitty.
It's not scary at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be a kitty cat
That's
pumpkin.
a kitty. Doggies don't have eyes like that. That's a kitty eyes. See, I was thinking about doing a cat, but I felt like I couldn't do it justice, so I drew like a fucked up Lego man instead.
There you go. There's my kitty cat pumpkin.
That's your kitty cat pumpkin.
I think he's awesome.
Here are pumpkins, chat. This one is Eminem, The Return.
Oh my god.
The beginning. 6 years ago, I was browsing through the store and found an album of Eminem, but was called Eminem. I listened to it and I was terrified, and I destroyed the CD so I could be safe. But something happened that I will never forget. Even if I try to forget, it just comes back up. So here's my story. The story.
Okay.
I was relaxing at my house watching TV, and an ad for a new Eminem album came up. It was called Revival. I liked Eminem and was happy, but another part of my mind doesn't. So I just got up and went outside to my car and drove to the nearest music shop. When I got there, I checked the rap aisle and looked for the new album. To my surprise, I found it. I was happy, but then my heart felt like it stopped when I looked next to the new album. It was Eminem, but it was different. The cover looked very ruffled, and the logo was newer. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to run out of the store, but my sense of curiosity got the hold of me, and I bought it, and also bought the new album. I went up to the cashier and I said I would like to buy these two albums. The cashier looked at the Eminem album and screamed. I was caught off guard, but I calmed down and said, "Is there something wrong?" He looked at me and calmed down as well, and said, stuttering, "That will be $6.20." I got out my cash and paid him.
Was the cashier fucking Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Yeah. Yes. That was his first job. I got out my cash and paid him. When I got back to my house, I looked at the cover some more. It was a black background and was printed on too. The logo looked like it was spray painted. The letters were slightly slanted and seemed to look like it was glitching. The M was clearly visible, but it was so screwed up and it looked like it was crumbling apart. There were some scratches on the M, and it looked like if it was stabbed through. This was detailed to look like it was breaking and crumbling apart. I checked on the back to see any songs. There was none. I texted my friends to show them this, and they texted back, "That looks very weird. Why did Eminem make that cover?" Okay, can I pull this up? This guy did post a picture of the album cover. If you're wondering what this scary and confusing Eminem album cover is, it's just this. It's just this. Let me quickly. Oh shit, I forgot. I made this all small. Hold on.
Oh God, Qweave.
A mean
No,
return.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's just this. Like, this isn't, like, scary,
That's
really.
nothing.
It's just this.
Enu. And then
Mine.
Also, I hope you like the little Subway surfers in the upper right for you.
It's so important. It adds so much.
I feel like I'm watching a YouTube video.
They texted back, that looks very weird. Why did Eminem make that cover? I asked the same question, too. I said, I saw an ad. Shit, hold on, sorry, I'm fixing something real fast. Okay, I saw an ad for the new Eminem album called Revival, so I went down to the store and found this album. He responded, could it be a prank or something? Could it be a prank? Who knows? I checked inside the album. The back of the front cover was all white because it was printed on. The CD, on the other hand, was colored blue. No other details. Well,
Oh shit.
now or never.
It's like normal.
I got out my computer and put it in the CD. There was 7 songs. The first track was called I'm Back. The song started off with static for a minute, with cracks and pops here and there. Then it played the middle part of Stan, and it just ended with Eminem saying, hello? That was confusing. The second track was called 3001. It started with Eminem saying something about the moon. Then someone yells at him for taking his girlfriend. Then they both start fighting and punching was heard while hearing laughing in the background. I was kinda laughing, then someone yells, stop it! Then ends with a beep. Huh. The third track was called Never. It was 2 people talking about a news report about a fire that happened in a forest. This lasted forever. Until the next song played. The fourth track was called semicolon apostrophe period apostrophe 10. It made me scared. It started with a frantic person screaming in agony, then to Eminem laughing for a minute. Then Eminem just blurted out, run! Then a scream was heard. It was like a combination of a parakeet screaming, a low growl of a bear, and a guy choking. I was scared because of this. To make it even more scary, I heard something fall behind me. I was too scared to move. After a few minutes, I was cooled enough to listen to the 5th track. It was called See Eman Yam, which was
What?
My Name Is backwards. It started with the beginning of My Name Is. After Eminem says, hi kids, it just repeats, My name is backwards, sounding like Eminem is saying his rap name for 3 minutes straight. The 6th track was called blank underscore test. It was Eminem saying everything quietly for 2 minutes, then says
You have to be
test,
quieter with that, Qweave. You have to say
boy.
it quieter.
everything, and then says everything. Then says test, and it was silent for a minute. Then drums just played out for the rest of the song. The 7th song was not a good thing to do. It started with Eminem saying, there's no time left, man, turn off the music. He repeated this a few more times. Then I heard some growling, then a roar. Eminem screamed, get away from me, you monster. The same scream was heard from the 4th track, but then a woman screamed, get out! Then was a slicing sound. My arms stung, and I screamed. Then Eminem said, turn off the music, she'll hurt you more. More slicing was heard, and there was pain all over my body. I turned off my laptop, but before it was turning off, I heard Eminem saying, thank you. I didn't know what that was, but I took out the disc and broke it in half and threw it out my window into a lake. My house is near a lake, so the disc must have floated off somewhere. A few months later, I received a letter in the mail saying, the disc you bought was not made by Eminem. And
Yeah.
someone who worked for Eminem was fired and made the album. But the bigger question is, how did Eminem talk to me?
Oh shit. Oh shit, what a good
Whoa.
one.
That
That
was-
was a good one.
That was Eminem.
Eminem?
Eminem.
That was a banger start, honestly.
Oh my god.
Scary
That was very
story.
scary.
Scary story.
As an Eminem fan, that's like my worst nightmare is if you talk to me through my album and the album was all of his songs but they played backwards and then I got cut up by a ghost.
Yeah, be a fucking nightmare, in my opinion. How many of these have the narrator physically destroying the CD/game immediately? I think that out of every, like, creepypasta trope that shows up all the time, them destroying the thing that scares them is, like, probably my favorite.
Caveman reaction.
I really
it's
like
your reaction.
that one.
Fucking cursed, what's it called? Cursed Game Informer magazine.
True. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But that was my scary creepypasta.
All right.
I was shaking in my boots.
Yeah, I kept looking behind me to check if Eminem was there.
Noel.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Noel.
Noel, do you
right.
have a scary
Goodbye,
creepypasta for
focus.
us?
I do. Mine's called Despicable Me 2 Lost Scene. Despicable Me 2 Lost Scene. I was out on a walk one afternoon. I was going down to my local pharmacy to read some magazines and maybe buy a snack. Yet on my way there, I noticed a garage sale. I don't normally care about things like that. Yet I figured I could spare a minute or two and look around. Who knows? Might find something cool. As fate would have it, I did. I noticed an old Despicable Me 2 DVD.
I thought it was gonna say
rather old
man.
and worn. Some of the characters' faces seem to have been ripped off, probably from some little kid or something. I used to love those things as a kid. I especially loved Gru and his faithful minions. Plus, it said it had a special lost scene. Lost scene? I thought. Never heard anything about one of those. Yet when I asked to buy it, the owner said, "You don't want that DVD, dude." Why not? I asked. That lost scene is... He stopped talking as if in a trance, haunted by some horrible nightmare. I didn't really care. I mean, if it's bad, so be it. I still got plenty of other episodes to watch on it. In the end, I bought it from the guy anyway. He shook his head and frowned as I left. Geez, I said to myself, how bad can it really be? Later that night, I decided to watch the DVD. The rest of my family had gone to bed already. My bro and sis had to go to school early tomorrow. My mom had a tough day at work and basically crashed on her bed when she got home. And my dad goes to work at 5 a.m.
Everybody
It was
left.
just me, myself, and I was watching some good old Despicable Me 2. I put it in the player, and soon enough, the main screen came up with all the options. Looked cute enough. I simply pressed play and it started. The lost scene started with a text saying, "Dave gets in trouble," in a black background. It then cut to Gru getting angry at Dave for messing up something in the living room. "Dave! Look what you have done to my living room!" Gru shouts. Dave then looks guilty and starts crying. The crying didn't sound like a cartoon crying, it was realistic crying in pain.
Oh my god.
Dave then just runs
Jesus
away.
Christ.
"Yeah, Dave, just go! Go and leave everything messed up and horrible!" Gru screams at the top of his
I
lungs.
love your Gru accent.
Dave comes back and kicks Gru in the leg. Gru shouts and jumps on the one leg that hasn't been kicked.
This is a scary
Dave!
story.
"You will pay!" Gru shouts. Dave then imitates Gru and kicks him in the leg again. This time, his good leg. "Ow!" Gru shouts. "Dave! You're in deep trouble!" Gru says. Dave then walks away, leaving Gru there. Gru then looks as if he's about to explode. "Dave, come back here!" Gru shouts. Dave comes back holding a futuristic gun and aims it at Gru.
Oh no!
No! No! Dave! Don't shoot that gun! That's what Gru sounds like. Dave doesn't care. He sets the freeze button to destroy and aims it at Gru once again.
No!
Freeze button?
No! Please, no! Dave! Dave doesn't even care. He blasts the gun at Gru's feet. Gru jumps back in the air and
Dave
lands
is
on his
brutal.
butt.
I hate
He climbs
Dave.
to his feet and loos at Dave with a look that would kill. Dave aims the gun between Gru's eyes and fires. Gru jumps back and dodges the beam. It bounces off the wall and hits the ground. Dave blasts it at Gru but misses. He keeps on trying to blast Gru but keeps missing. Dave gets very angry and blasts it at Gru once again. This time, it doesn't miss. It hits Gru, and Gru screams and explode. Dave and the other minions are splattered with his blood and the camera fades to red. There are bold white words saying, "The end!" before cutting to the minions sobbing and crying all around Gru. Lucy and the girls come and cry too. Again, it was not cartoon cry. It was realistic crying in pain. I ejected the DVD and threw it in the trash. The next day, Saturday I think, I woke up at 11:56 a.m.
Oh my god.
I turned on my computer and went on Google to look up information about Dave Gets in Trouble. No results. I went to my Yahoo email and contacted Illumination Entertainment about this. Here's the reply. Where did you find this deleted scene? We are sorry that your dreams have been crushed. One day, there was a guy named Drew. He was hired in 2009, but got fired in 2012 for making these kind of scenes from our movies. We are sorry for making you scared, and we will send you great stuff. I gave them my address, and 45 minutes later, they just sent me Despicable Me books, plushies, DVDs, and coloring books and crayons. There was one more gift. A special one. It was in a cake package. It was a We're Sorry cake. I guess they felt really sorry for me being very scared. Wow, the Illumination Entertainment staff is very nice. I ate the cake anyways. I also gave the coloring book and crayons to my brother. I kept the other stuff. If you see a Despicable Me 2 DVD that has the lost scene on it, destroy it!
I guess I will, because Illumination will send me stuff 45 minutes later.
That's some customer service.
Forget airdropped it in. Amazon
drones, yeah.
45 fucking minutes.
Yo,
That's the French, baby.
I like when he talks about, like, the sleeping situation for every single one of his family members.
My mom was tired after work and went to bed, and my dad was at work, and my siblings went to school, and...
Then my grandma was at her house, and my grandma was at his house.
My uncles were all at home, and they were watching the football game that was on, because it was
all
on.
my friends were in bed.
I think, it wasn't even supernatural. It was just like a scary episode.
There's a lot of
scary
those.
episode.
I also have a fake episode somewhere here.
Oh god.
I had to cut like 8 lost episodes from my list.
I think
I'm trying to vary it up.
I found so many lost episode ones, and like lost episode creepypastas feel like they're having a secret renaissance right now that I wasn't
They're
aware
so fun because they're so fun to make.
Yeah.
No, don't
All
look
of them
into that.
are just
Don't look
like,
into that statement.
what if a character killed a character?
Yeah.
That's 90% of them. But, Synth, do you have a lost episode for us?
Not yet. I wanna read a different one first.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got for us?
This one's called Bon Appetit.
What are they doing on Bon Appetit? Bone?
No, it's Bon Appetit, like spooky. Like a
What's
spooky,
like the
scary
scariest?
bone.
Oh, recreating Cincinnati chili from fucking. That's a scary one. Cincinnati chili is scary. One of the scariest foods of all time.
I'm just imagining this at like half, fucking 75%
Okay.
speed.
All right, Synth. Get on with that.
All right. Mark and I
god.
were on our way
Oh my god, that's a scary video.
to a newly opened restaurant named Django's. Mark really has an appetite for foreign cuisine, especially exotic food. We're just one block away, Chad, he said. They say Django serves the most delicious and most exotic food you can imagine.
Wait, is he a streamer?
No, Chad.
Oh, I
his
thought he
friend
said chat. I thought he said chat. I thought he was streaming.
You know I don't have much, I said. I'm not really into exotic. Don't worry, it's my treat. Ugh, it's not about the bill, Mark. It's the food. We finally arrived at Django's. It looked pretty normal, but I immediately noticed something weird. We were the only ones there.
But I'm gonna try and see if I can make my soundboard not crash. Okay, I think it didn't crash. I think I can play sounds. I just have to do that really slowly.
Awesome.
All right.
Then a small guy with super neat hair and a thin mustache, small, came over and greeted us. Good evening, monsieur. Allow me to take you to your table. I am Django, and I will be your personal waiter.
Okay, cool.
It's his restaurant. That's
that's nice. I'd love if the chef made the food for me and waited on me.
Cool, Mark told me. See, I told you. This place is awesome. Wait, I said. Django? You're the owner? Oui, monsieur. I am Django, the greatest cook you've ever met. And I will be your most loyal servant for tonight.
Okay.
As you see, you are our first customers.
Oh.
Great! Mark exclaimed. Yeah, I say, I guess. Django led us to our table. I gotta admit, the place was pretty neat. So, what might we be having today? The very pale Django asked as he handed us the menus. Cool names you got there, Mark said. I looked over the menu and was quite shocked. What kind of names are these? I'll take this, pasta massacre, I said. Okay, Mark said. 1 order of pasta massacre. I'll have the tenderloin brutale, and 2 orders of bloodiest Mary. Bloodiest Mary, I repeated under my breath.
The second dun 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 did crash my soundboard.
Oh, shit.
That's fine.
No, Django's in there.
Would you gentlemen also be interested in our specialty, stuffed head? Django asked.
What the fuck? I don't want that.
Sounds exciting, Mark said. I'll take one. He's lost his mind. Your orders are on their way, sir. Mark, I whispered, I have a bad feeling about this. I didn't want to sound like a chicken, but their food sounded horrible and creepy. I hoped it wasn't too bad. Then I spotted Django walking towards us, a silver tray in hand. 1 tenderloin brutale and 1 pasta massacre.
Okay.
Bon appetit. I examined the pasta. It looked normal. Normal pasta? Normal sauce? I reluctantly took a bite. A strong feeling swept over me.
Oh no.
I became overjoyed. It was as if all the love in the world had flooded into my mouth and danced around my tongue.
Awesome.
This is incredible! I shouted. Yeah, this too, said Mark as he chowed down on the tenderloin.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. It was heavenly. I needed more. I was hungry for more. I was about to take another bite when I saw something disturbing. It was round. I poked it with my fork and closely examined it. Wide all round, with a blue circle in the middle.
Oh my god.
Shit. It was a fucking eye. I threw the fork away from me in terror. What is this? I yelled at Django. What is this? It is an eye, monsieur, he replied calmly. This is an exotic restaurant. Cool, Mark said. An eye! Django was right. This was the most exotic restaurant here. My pasta had an eye. I started thinking, should I continue eating? But it was Mark's treat, so it would have been polite. So I took another bite. It tasted better than ever. Maybe they were right. I was just overreacting. That's when I swallowed something really good.
Uh-oh.
I searched my pasta for another piece of that meat. I saw another chunk. I ate it, and it sent me to ecstasy one more time.
Oh my god.
This guy loves food.
Here are your bloodiest Marys, monsieur. What could this be, I wondered. Maybe this has real blood, I told Bart jokingly. Maybe, he replied.
Oh, I wonder.
I took a sip, and it felt real good. It was so warm. It had a very distinct taste that I have never tasted before.
Oh my god.
I had to ask Django what it was. Django, I called him. Oui, monsieur? What's in this pasta? Our sauce is made from the finest and freshest human blood, eyes, fingers, throat, liver, heart, lungs, and intestines. Oh, my mind was blank for 5 seconds, and then I started to puke. Mark was shaking violently.
But the food's good. It's good food.
Django continued. That tenderloin is from the hip of a 16-year-old girl.
Why?
Sometimes we take 13 to 15-year-olds by request. We use their blood and other bodily liquids for our famous bloodiest Mary. I nearly wet my pants. Mark did.
Oh.
I took the knife and aimed it at the sick bastard. I'm gonna kill you! I screamed in anger. You're crazy! You're sick! Are you going to finish your meal then? Django asked. You're the devil! I'm not the devil. I am a genius. Now we only have one rule for people who do not finish their meals. We cook them. What?
They're the first customers, though.
Did you finish your meal, monsieur? We had no choice. I ate every human finger, eye, and other body parts in my pasta. Mark cried as he ate the tenderloin. I don't know why. I don't know. After finishing the sick meal, we sat in silence. Django came back carrying another tray. Now for our specialty,
stuffed head.
the stuffed head.
Ooh.
The next thing we saw was a male human head, served on a silver platter. Enjoy! Fuck this, I said. We wanted to leave, but we had no other choice. The exits were blocked.
What happened?
I began to eat the brown eyes. Django suggested we try the tongue. Then the head was open. We needed to eat the brain, the skin, everything!
It's just a head, it's not even stuffed.
Don't forget the stuffing, said the devil.
Oh,
This is shitty, the menu.
They are human penises, kidneys, and ovaries.
Oh no!
I didn't want
The
to hear
kidneys
that.
are the worst part.
Hours passed, we
Yucky!
finally finished the devil's course. Please let us go, I said. You didn't like it? It was marvelous, Mark said. What? I cried. Oh, so it didn't change your mind after all. Django, I'm gonna order again. I'll bring my family along. We're having a feast, and I want you to make the most out of my friend.
Oh, he's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Why?
He's gonna kill his friend.
Is that the
Yeah.
end?
For more
Yeah,
young
that's the
viewers.
end.
Oh.
Wait, that's the end?
That's the
Oh,
end.
okay.
Okay.
That's scary. That's scary, dude.
I would really not like if that happened to me.
I'd be like, fuck.
That entire
I would stab
story
the
is
guy.
just-
I would stab the
yeah,
guy.
I would like use the knife that I had. He was
I
brandishing
don't-
the
he
knife,
was
and then Django
very
said,
passive
"Oh
about
yeah,
it.
if you don't finish your food, we'll take you to the room that we eat people in." Then he was like, "I guess I gotta eat the food then." Oh,
A very, a typical, very passe.
yeah, that was
That
was
creepypasta.
creepypasta.
There was creepypasta
There you
in
go.
that story.
Oh my god.
The pasta sauce is blood, and the Bloody Mary is blood, and the stuffed head is a stuffed head. Yeah, the room where it
Where was it
happened.
stuffed? That thing was full as fuck, dude.
I don't know
Where are all the
yeah.
penises and kidneys?
I don't, maybe in the mouth. I don't know.
No, the tongue was in the mouth.
Yeah, tongue was there.
Other things in my mouth.
I think
I guess
that
so.
I would not go to Django's restaurant.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah, I'll go to this
either.
restaurant
I
either.
would not go there.
There's a story called Gum.
Okay.
Holly began to chew 2 pieces of gum, its flavor decreasing with each bite. It started off very minty strong.
Okay.
Over time, it began to taste weaker, until it was just a flavorless wad. Oh, you're going crazy with these.
No, it's
At first, Holly spit out the gum into a newspaper, but she
As one
changed her
does.
mind and grabbed the gum again.
Okay.
These were her last 2 pieces of gum, and she had to make it last. After several seconds of chewing, it stopped being bland
Oh.
and began to grow bitter.
Oh shit.
She continued to chew. Flavor was not the only reason she chewed gum. She also found the motion relaxing.
Girl, gum is not expensive.
Eventually, though, the taste became revolting,
Oh no.
becoming worse with each chew. She eventually spit it back out into a paper napkin. When she looked at the napkin, she screamed! Instead of gum, she spat out the chewed remains of a large spider she had killed with the same newspaper she stuck her gum to earlier.
Oh.
That's it?
Yeah, that's the end of that one. That's the end of that.
Cool.
I think maybe the most mundane creepypasta ever made.
She accidentally chewed on a spider.
This could happen to you!
Oh!
Oh my god.
What's your second short one?
The second one I'm gonna read is called Deathbird.mov.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let me read this one. Let me read. Story number 2. Deathbird.mov. Yeah, play the first one. Play the first one. That's
I already
perfect.
clicked on this.
Oh, that's okay. In 2000, a video was released. It was no ordinary video.
Hold on.
The video... Go on.
I was gonna say, not to interrupt you, but I love saying a video was released about like a YouTube video. Dude,
It was no ordinary video. The video was haunted, and is still haunted
okay.
by this evil spirit that murders whoever watches the clip. It's said that the person who filmed it is the evil spirit. It was about black pigeons, and they had incredibly red eyes fixed into a death stare.
Uh-oh.
It shows them flying around with demonic music playing in the background. In 2007, these two best friends, both at the age of 13, fell victim to this horrifying MOV file. Michael and Devon both like terrifying things. They watched Crybaby Lane, Fright House Screamers, and much more. Hey, Devon! Want to watch this MOV file called Deathbird.mov?
Friend fucking
Michael asked. Sure, Devon replied.
It's mellow.
They both watched the 15-minute video on Michael's laptop.
Long ass vid.
After they finished the clip, they were both very horrified. Devon couldn't sleep, and Michael almost got to the point of killing himself.
Oh my god!
He was even put under suicide watch.
Oh yeah, by the way, quick content warning for the whole stream. 90% of creepypastas end with like with that. So, you know, real fast mention.
And 28 days later, they
like
both died.
Oh.
Devon got slit in the throat.
Okay.
And Michael suffered 5 headshots, the 5th one killing him.
The 5th one killed him?
What a hardy guy.
The same incident happened to whoever chose to put their life on the line and watch the clip.
What incident?
If you ever happen to find that clip, then please, I'm begging you, don't watch it. Please don't watch it! Oh my god. Now, this one is a special surprise for you, right?
Yeah.
I found this creepypasta. I thought it was really cool.
Uh-huh.
And believe it or not, me and Qweave went to New York today. We went to Times Square.
We did.
And as I was in Times Square, I found this old man in a Spider-Man costume for Halloween, and he was handing out USB sticks. Usually it's like a rap song or something.
Yeah,
or like, you know, just some shit someone's trying to shill.
Uh-huh.
And he gave it to me and he said, "This is exactly what you're looking for." So I brought it home. I put it on my monitor. I was talking to Qweave. And I opened it up, and in this USB stick was a video called Deathbird.mov. And I have saved that video, and I have it for all of us to watch right now.
Why did you make a segue out of
this? Hold on.
I did make a segue. I didn't.
Check out this video.
Your music.
Oh yeah, let me. Yeah, we gotta watch Deathbird. Chat.
I'm gonna make all of us watch Deathbird. All of you are gonna watch Deathbird and potentially get shot in the head 5 times. Let's find out, baby.
Why?
Here it is.
Why would you do this?
Deathbird.mov.
Oh my god. Oh. I feel bad. I don't feel so good anymore.
I feel like I'm going to die in 28 days.
No! No! Stop it! No!
Wait, turn off! Turn off! Please! Turn off!
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, we should have watched Deathbird.
Yeah,
we should have watched
I
Deathbird.
don't know why you elected to curse all of us for Halloween.
I feel so good.
Well, we'll see what happens next week. Next week,
which is
shoot myself 5 times.
Next week, which is 28 days later.
Yeah,
it's a long week ahead of us. Like the movie.
We'll watch all 50 minutes. We'll see.
Well, ready to loop around?
By the way, that video is not anywhere online. I got that personally.
Yeah, that's what you said.
You can't find that. This is literally the only copy.
Spider-Man outfit.
Yeah, old man wearing an old Spider-Man came up to me.
But did he give you a special one with this movie on it? Was he giving other things to other people?
He gave me a USB stick with just
everyone else. He actually, when we left, we looked back and there was no more Spider-Man anymore. There was an Elmo there instead. So I don't know what happened. Well,
that was pretty good.
Wow.
Are you ready for another scary story?
Yeah.
All right.
I was kidding. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put Deathbird on the server, but in MP4 fit form, so it doesn't kill anyone.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
I have quite the scary story for everybody. I don't know if you've heard this one, but it involves a little person we know as Mario.
Oh shit, we're getting into Mario.
New Super Mario Brothers 2. A fun game, right? The excitement of collecting all of those coins, reaching the next milestone. Thankfully,
love it.
I had accomplished the goal of collecting 9,999,999. I honestly can't say if it's legit or not, but I can say that this still gives me nightmares. Just to note, I went to pick the game up from GameStop about a week after it came out. My friend Michael had already gotten it, only recently rediscovering the magic of Nintendo by buying a 3DS system for himself for Christmas. We were excited to compare coin collecting results and strategies and also do some co-op play. Just to note, okay?
Yeah, understood.
Awesome.
Anyways, just going into the store led my mother to threaten to call the cops on a fat guy's kids for knocking over display shelves. Irrelevant, but humorous. Anyways, I was excited to get my hands on the next big Mario game since I had to wait another month and a half to play Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. I had brought my 3DS with me because I couldn't wait 5 minutes to get home. Everything was going good. Until the incident goes on record. December 10th, 2012. I had just beaten my little sister's version of the game, having lent mine to my best friend, Mark. My sis never really liked to play games all the way through, which is why I also ended up beating your Pokemon White 2. __. I assumed it was because she was too young at age 6 to beat video games easily, though my older sis demanded that I let her finish a game for herself for once. Let me note that before this, she had gone through most of the levels with Golden Tanuki Mario. I didn't blame her, those levels can be hard.
Oh my fucking god.
Anyways, after I had beaten the game, I was happy to be playing as Luigi. After not being able to for at least a month. Again, because I let Mark borrow it. I immediately selected my file after the credits rolled, holding down L+R as I did. After that, things just got weird. I played through the first level to test my favorite Mario character. I landed perfectly on the Goomba at the top of the tower of them. I got to the top of the flagpole. Or so I thought. Instead of the flag going up to the top, it only went halfway up. I jokingly thought, who died? The Goomba? I was wrong. I was the one who died. I lost a life instead of gaining one. Luigi's seemingly dead body was laying on the brick pot where the flagpole resided.
Whoa!
It stayed at this screen for a while. I was confused, for I hadn't experienced any glitches or bugs in this game while playing as Mario. Speak of the devil. Literally.
Oh no. Oh, this one's so scary!
I had spotted Mario himself bounce off of the last big block, reach the top of the flagpole, slide down, and bounce off of Luigi. Luigi was left grunting and groaning after Mario had jumped on him. This seemed too intelligent to be a glitch. A glitch that can program the death of a character into the game was unrealistic. I wasn't compelled to stop playing because of this, for it was hardly scary at all. Plus, someone had a week to hack the game for Luigi gameplay, so it probably was a fun hack. Notice, I said it was hardly scary, and it was a fun hack.
Oh no.
That was about to change. The screen showed Mario do his little dance, except with a sick twist. He admitted the demise of Luigi. To be precise, he said, "Luigi dead! Play as me, Mario!" Sure enough, when Mario exited the level, he replaced Luigi on the map. Behind the spot for the first level, there was a tombstone. I suddenly felt a cold wind of chilling dread pass through me as I read the stone cartoonish cross. Luigi, you should have thought twice before trying to steal my spotlight. The game is called Super Mario Brothers for a reason. Enjoy what awaits you, you know where. This is what the tombstone read. It didn't actually say you know where, but I won't mention hell due to religious superstitions. I tried reloading the file without saving. The tombstone was gone. It was replaced with a mangled, bloody body of Luigi!
Oh my god!
At this point, sucks. I was creeped out. Mario had made Luigi's body worse so that he couldn't be buried clean. Luigi was like a friend to me! Yeah, I'm a nerd, so I cried. Mario uttered out a deep and horrific laugh. He walked off of the screen to a different part of the map. I was left staring at Luigi's remains when the remainder of his skin turned blue. His one remaining eyeball and his empty eye socket turned red. His bones were still exposed. I slowly realized what he was doing. He was climbing out of his grave. When he reached the level 1 circle, I was freaked out. My 3DS was locked in 3D. Then a wild text box appeared. Do not fear me, David. How did it know my name? I do not wish to scare you. My lifeless zombie-like body is all I have left to convey this message to you. Mario hates when I'm used in any of our games. He killed me. I'm unplayable on all of your Mario Revolt games. Sure enough, I booted up Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and Luigi was replaced with a skull. I was amazed and freaked out.
This one's so long.
No, it's okay. It's okay. This is like the long one. I would assume the only reason the game knew about my NSMB2 encounter was because I had edited the Brawl data files previously so that I could put it onto an SD card, which I had put into my Wii U so that I could access/not access Luigi. The Mario data must have creeped its way onto my SD card somehow. Luigi continued, I only wish for vengeance. Tap the touchscreen rapidly to bring me back to life. Personally, I thought this was very queer, sounding like something out of a Disney movie. I didn't leave him hanging, though. I did as I was told. Just as expected, Luigi sprang back to life with a Yahoo! He cheerfully thanked me. His voice went from raspy to lively, along with his physique from undead to living. I was overjoyed to see him alive once again. He then began to explain the situation to me. Mario may be my brother, but like I said, he hates it when he's not to the star. I'm not lying, the text actually read like that. I know it sounds cruel, but please, take control of me and kill him once and for all.
Oh my god!
Honestly, that thought was already brewing in my head. I figured that after this was over, I wouldn't be able to play as Mario in anything, rendering my favorite NES games useless. I didn't assume this Mario's absence thing would apply to anybody else, at least I hope not. It was a small price to play. I liked Luigi better anyway. Luigi directed me to go to World 6. He stated that the last level would only contain a small boss arena and Mario, but in a form I've never seen him before.
Oh.
He got that one right. This is really long. I'm gonna go really fast. I reached Bowser's castle, though the Bowser head on top of the castle had been replaced with Mario's now, to me, ugly, smirking face. I entered and noticed that my bottom screen was occupied by all the power-ups. Fire Flower, Super Leaf, Mini Mushroom, Gold Flower, Star, Mega Mushroom, both of which were faded, rather than a map, not that I needed one. I assumed that I would have to use my arsenal strategically, like in a Zelda game. Luigi let me know that I could switch to any item from any item and that my Mini Mushroom would be regenerated as it normally isn't after switching items. He also said that we're running out of time.
Oh, it's like a real boss fight.
I ran to the next room where Mario resided. I hope that this has a lot of gameplay mechanics in it. I had soon, without Luigi's help, realized what had happened. Mario, now bloody and ripped as ever, had absorbed Bowser. He was terrifying, with claws as long and sharp as razors, along with his somehow blood-stained teeth. As soon as I was done being horrified by this gruesome freak, I entered the fight in this wide, scary room. I started with the glowed flower, thinking I could take him out immediately, but of course with no success. Immediately turned to the next best thing, the super leaf. I whacked him in his head, stomach, and some inappropriate places. Blood shot from those weak spots. He covered his wounds with some kind of metal coat activated like a robot. I took my Pokemon knowledge and applied it to this game. I used my fire flower and eventually penetrated the armor as I noticed his previous wounds were visible again. He attacked in a rampage, making heavy slashes in Luigi's body, but I didn't give up. The screen now had blood all over it, for this was a bloody and uncolorful battle. That didn't discourage me. I couldn't give up on Luigi. I started dodging all of Bowser's attacks, which were much more rapid than Bowser's unhacked attacks. Suddenly, he started levitating. I used my mini mushroom to reach him, and I seemingly jumped inside his body and disabled his movements because he crashed to the ground. I exited out his ass and finished him once and for all. I used my mega mushroom, gold flower, and star all at the same time. Oddly enough, they combined. I was the gigantic, invincible silver fireball shooting boss. Though the star didn't do anything. Front flips were stylish. He didn't stand a chance. I jumped on him. He squealed. I jumped again. He screamed. Before I could mega ground pound him, a text box came up. A manly crying noise going through the speakers. The text read, "Luigi, I'm sorry. Don't let him kill me. We can kill him. In real life." Luigi didn't speak. As a matter of fact, he took control. He didn't hesitate to ground pound Mario and Bowser's mutation. He didn't want me making the mistake of trusting him. I probably would have too. I'm a sucker for crybabies. But after Mario's blood splattered all over the screen, I heard Luigi crying. He spoke to me, this time through dialogue, not text. "It wasn't your fault, Mario, and I have been growing apart recently. I just wish he wasn't so different. We saved the world together." Despite noticing my coin total rise to 9,999,999, its victory reward, Luigi's crying made me feel sad. I felt sympathy for this pixelated friend. I let him know that he'll always have me as a friend, whether he's real or not. I felt a real bond with him, like Nintendogs plus cats. I played the game constantly, as though his ability to use, and though his ability to use speech was eliminated somehow, I could tell he was listening. The next day, I wanted to pwn some noobs on Brawl. I saw the character selection screen. Oddly enough, Mario and Bowser were both there. However, both of their icons looked angrier than usual. I was about to pick Pikachu for the my 9,999,999 time in a row, but then I noticed a character whose icon looked much happier than usual. A character who, despite me loving, I had never used before. I shifted my puck off of Pikachu and placed it right onto Luigi. Happy face.
This was Mario's
mistake!
That was not Mark. I think it's very funny when a creepypasta ends with a boss fight. Which happens a lot.
It's fucking awesome.
It's really common where it's like the end of the creepypasta is I kick its ass.
This one starts off as a story and then turns into his cool idea for like a fan game. That one lasted forever. Believe it or not, it was only 15 minutes.
Oh my god. Well, Qweave, it's been an hour into stream. Can you put this image onto stream? So, we have a big bowl of treats for you, chat. We have a big bowl of treats. Qweave, what do they do?
If you want a treat, type ! trick or treat in chat now. Oh, nice job, Quartz. You got a candy.
Qweave, what's the cooldown on it?
It's 5 seconds is the shortest it can be.
Okay. You have to be patient.
Wait
in line, you're all rushing.
There's only one person at the door. You can't storm the fucking gates like this. It's trick-or-treating, not war.
No, it's okay. There's Esther. I'm taking their time.
Trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treat. First time chat. Trick-or-treat. Calm down. We can't.
Be patient. Be patient. You'll get your candy.
Oh my god.
Slow down. It's okay. Oh, the children seem to have stormed the doorway. This is a disaster.
You have to poke Luigi with needles.
Oh, have you never seen that?
Why did you poke Luigi with needles? You never poked Mario with needles. Why did you have to poke Luigi? Nobody respects me anymore. They all respect Luigi when we got Luigi's Mansion, but nobody plays Luigi to Luigi 3. What did Luigi do to make people hate him? Everyone hates Luigi. Always poking me with needles. Every tengo dele bonito, tengo insults and disrespects, mamma mia! That was the fastest rapper, Luigi.
If you haven't gotten candy yet, wait exactly 5 seconds and ask for some candy. With
Yeah, you're all gonna go home with some candy. Believe me, you just have to be a little bit patient.
All of you can do it. Just a little patient.
All right, this one's called Paper Mario. Too late.
Oh shit.
This one has a foreword.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, this isn't one of those stories where I buy an odd copy of a video game on eBay or something like that, and it turns out to murder everyone. It's quite different. It affects a lot more than you can even imagine. Something we still can't understand.
That's scary.
Beginning. My name is Andy.
Hi.
Me and my little sister Julie grew up in a little town in Pennsylvania. When I was 5, and she was 3, we picked up a copy of Paper Mario from GameStop. No, there was nothing wrong with the game. We played the game and had beaten it so many times we knew everything about it.
Aww.
School just started for me, and I really didn't want to go, but my mother made me do it anyway. On the bus to school, I met a girl named Audrey. She was really nice and shared some of the same qualities that I had. She mentioned the game, and I smiled excitedly, telling her about how I play it so much. We instantly became friends. It was like that all the way through elementary school. We passed by in the hall saying hello to each other or quick greetings. But the topic that kept coming up when we spoke was Paper Mario. It's like that game was linking us. Audrey and I got into a fight the next week over some dumb game that we didn't know who won, and I didn't talk to her for quite a while. It made me feel mad, but sad at the same time. When I came home, I took the Paper Mario game, the game that linked us, and threw it outside my window in anger and sadness. I never went to go get it for a long time.
Oh.
We forgot about the silly game for a long couple years until my little sister walks up and asks me about it. I didn't want to tell her the truth about what happened, so I told her I lost it. She frowned and continued back to her room. It was then that all the memories I had of Audrey came back. All of our conversation, our fun times at recess. I wanted it all back. So I put on my shoes and ventured outside to look for the old cartridge. I looked around the area outside my window, but it wasn't anywhere to be found. Could someone have stolen it? Could an animal have taken it? Who knows? My memories were important, so I still trekked on. I then came upon the old cartridge buried in a pile of leaves in some trees a few yards away. There was a mark on the front, but I figured it was weather damage. I was so excited to see the cartridge again. I ran faster than I had in years back to the house and put it in the slot. I turned on the game and saw a save file that was right before Bowser. I remember this save file. I put on all my old badges and headed up to the bridge where Bowser is. Right when the bridge disappeared, the music stopped. Bowser just stared at me with a blank expression.
Whoa.
He then said, "You finally made it. After all these years, leaving us in the dust, only to come back and see us again, without a word." A battle started.
My
Bowser
fucking
bigger
god.
than ever.
No.
He was very glitchy and said, "You should have won before you threw us out." The game stopped for a moment, and Bowser, Mario, and all of his partners were hit for 99. They fell. Instead of the game over screen, the end credits played with the parade. The music was at a slower and more demonic pitch. Everyone that marched looked sad as they're saying, "You've abandoned us, but why?" It took roughly 15 minutes, but finally, when Mario and Peach's float came, they walked down and went to Mario's house. It was pitch black. No stars at all. It was as if even the star spirits had left them. They looked at the fireworks that spelled out, "All your fault." Then I tried to turn off the game like any sane person would do, but then the screen did an intense zoom in on Mario with eyes blood red saying, "Too late." It did this every time I tried to stop whatever was happening. They walked into Mario's house, but the camera did not follow. Peach then said, "Mario, what are you doing? Stop!" Loud crashing noises were heard throughout the house.
Andy, sweetie.
Then I heard it. Mario actually spoke for the first time ever. He said, "I am only doing this for your own good. Blame Andy." I freaked out and tried to turn it off, and the "too late" got even louder, and all the power in my house shut off, except for the game. My friend Jack messages me saying, "Everyone's power is going out and the sky is perfectly clear. The electric company is getting complaints, but it's not their fault. What's happening?" I faked like I didn't know, as if he would believe me anyway. But our town was in danger. That was all I knew. The only thing I could do was apologize. I figured something was possessing the game, so I said, "Mario?" Mario stares into my eyes with his demonic grin. What is it? I'm sorry for throwing you out. Well, it's too late! My controller instantly sends shocks through my body, and I wake up in a hospital in what feels like a few minutes later. I ask the nurse how long I was incapacitated. She replies, about a week. We were worried about you.
Oh my god.
A whole week. This could not be. I checked the calendar on the wall in the doctor's office. June 10th. I guess they were right. I sure am lucky to be alive. That game could have killed me.
Is that it?
Yep.
Awesome.
Great.
That's so cool.
Mario shocked me and put me in a coma for a week, and then I got better. The end. Synth, do you have something scary for us?
I would love to see what Synth has for us.
I do have another scary old story for you.
What would it be?
This one's called Pokemon Sta-DIE-um.
Oh my god. Alright, let me get
This
something
sounds like it sucks.
here. Pokemon never say die. Alright.
Yeah, they do.
Pokemon never say die. Okay,
Oh my God.
fair. Alright, let's go.
Back in the day, I was super into Pokemon. From the Game Boy games to the card games, if a box had that iconic Pokeball on it, I wanted it. I even owned one of those pocket Pikachus. But not anymore. When I first played Pokemon Stadium, I was rocked to my very core, and now I can never look at a Pokemon game the same way again. Don't get me wrong, I was super excited to play it when I first saw the box at Blockbuster. All of my favorite Pokemon in 3D? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
I needed to see Blastoise in all its epic glory. I begged my mom to rent it for us, but she said I had to play with my little brother. Ugh, he didn't know a thing about battling for how much he loved bugging me about it. He was the type to have 4 moves of the same type on a Pokemon. Talk about a nitwit.
Oh my god, he hates his brother. Damn.
Anyway, I begrudgingly accepted her deal and pored over the back of the box on the way home. I was getting more excited by the moment. There were so many trainers to battle, I could transfer my own Pokemon to battle with, and there were even mini-games? This especially stood out to me, as I formed a plan in my head. I could load up only my little brother for a little while, and once he thought there was no battling, the real game would be all mine. When we got home, both of us ran upstairs and immediately plugged in the game. When I flicked the N64 on, there was a small spark from the bottom of the
This
cartridge.
person's
Oh
saying
my
epic,
god.
ironically.
That's worrying.
No, it's awesome.
I didn't think anything of it at the time. Who knows how someone had handled a rented game in the past? That should have been my first sign that something was really wrong. Ignoring that, I put my plan into action, quickly navigating to the minigame menu, careful not to let my brother see any of the other options. Prepare to get creamed, little bro, I said, selecting Clefairy Says from the menu. This game was pretty simple. All you had to do was memorize some directions on a chalkboard, then press the same directional buttons to make your Clefairy do a little dance.
Oh shit, that's actually the one that's on screen right now!
Shit.
Whoa. Holy shit.
My brother hated girly things like that. This minigame was sure to get him to quit right away. Everything went normally for a couple rounds, neither of us messing up any inputs. But on the 3rd round, my brother slipped up and missed a direction. The next time the chalkboard showed something, it wasn't the next directions, but instead the message, "How could you?" scribbled in blood red text. I was disturbed for a moment, but I figured it was just the message for messing up, because the next set of directions showed up right after. But when it was time to dance, the Clefairies turned around, and they all had tears of blood running down their faces. We were both so shocked, we both messed up the directions.
Oh no.
Horrified, I watched as the word "die" appeared on the chalkboard, over and over, in the same blood-red text, before the minigame abruptly closed itself.
He got the game from Blockbuster. Like, it's just like a normal place to get the game.
Oh my god.
Something was
Blockbuster.
definitely wrong. That was weird, I said to my brother. Playing it off like that was supposed to be what the game was like.
How would he
I was still determined to see my precious Blastoise in 3D, and my brother hadn't left yet. I selected the next game, Magikarp Splash. Surely that couldn't have anything weird in it, could it? Splash didn't even do anything in the game.
If it splashes you with blood, I'm gonna flip.
It probably will.
As the minigame started, each of our Magikarps started hopping, but as soon as they hit the switch at the top of the screen, everything went sour. With every hop, the Magikarp were spurting hyper-realistic...
Fucking
God damn it. God
Classic,
damn it.
I guess.
What? Naturally, this was too much for my brother, and me if I'm being honest, and he ran to grab our mom. Oh, I think I missed a line.
I don't think so.
Oh, I did. They were spraying hyperrealistic blood as they impacted the switch in the ground, as if they were being impaled.
Oh,
I can still hear their anguished screams of Magikarp, Magikarp to this day. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. He ran to grab our mom. He told her all about the scary stuff, but she seemed to think it was just a normal violent video game. I tried to tell her that it was all super weird, but she wasn't having it. She immediately took the game, shaking her head at the E rating on the box. If it was up to me, I would destroy the cartridge right then and there.
Yeah.
But she wasn't about to pay Blockbuster back for it. I wasn't complaining. I'd had enough of that for a while, and I was glad I never put my Pokemon on it. I just hope no other poor kid ever got that accursed cartridge. Things I saw in there still haunt me to this day.
It wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't
There's
that
just blood
bad.
everywhere.
Yeah, there was like blood. He played Doom
my
basically, and like had a terrible time.
Bits.
Brian Rot.
No, it was
they put
hyper-realistic,
1,000
it's
bits.
different.
Have you ever bled in real life? It's like not that big of a deal.
Yeah, they were splashing everywhere.
I guess it'd be gross.
Like, oh, whoa.
Great story. 1,000 bits for a great story.
Insanity! SpongeBob last episode.
Oh hell yeah, last episode.
Okay, here we go. Let me get into character.
Okay.
Now, if you watch Nickelodeon, you've probably heard of a cartoon called SpongeBob SquarePants.
Maybe, mayhaps.
What is that?
It is right now the most popular show on the network.
Oh.
Now, wait, that might be surprised. That might be common knowledge, but
SpongeBob.
what a lot of fans do not know is that the show had an unaired, lost episode that was supposed to be the season finale for season 1.
Oh.
But it was removed due to its violent and disturbing scenes. Now you might be asking me, how do you know if it's unaired? How do you know? Easy. Discord. Since I really like SpongeBob, and I like Discord, I went on YouTube, and I searched up SpongeBob Fan Club Discord. I found a video, and a description that had a Discord invitation link. When I joined the server, it took me to the hashtag welcome tab. The server was simple. Fan art, fan chat, heck, even a meme chat. After chatting with some people, I got a new mention in the announcement tab. Mention in the announcements tab. The message that was in the tab was from the owner of the server. He said, "At everyone, I found this weird, unaired SpongeBob episode. It's freaking weird as heck!" The message also had a Mediafire link. That was for the file titled Insanity, Season 1, Episode 20, AVI. Which is really weird. Because I thought that Season 1, Episode 20 was Rubbery Man and Bronco Boy 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I downloaded the file, and Windows Media Player popped up, and the file started. The episode started with the intro, except it was much quieter than it should be. And the title card said Insanity in dark red text, and the background was dark blue. It started with an outside view of the Krusty Krab, where you can see a bunch of boat cars all around the place. There was no music. All you could hear was a crowd of customers yelling and screaming. After a few seconds of the view, it cuts to the inside of the Krusty Krab, where you can see all the angry customers that have crowded the place. You can see Squidward and Mr. Krabs trying to calm down the customers, but they fail to do so.
Oh, no.
Darn.
Then it cuts to SpongeBob, and he has this exhausted look on his face while he's cooking all the Krabby Patties.
No!
Then, out of nowhere, a customer that looks like that one fish from the episode Pizza Delivery
What?
busts through the kitchen door
Which
and
one?
yells, "I can't take it anymore!" Surprising SpongeBob. He grabs SpongeBob and says, "Do you know how long I haven't eaten anything? Way too
goodness.
long!" And he grabs all the patties and proceeds to start eating them.
Okay.
"Sir, you can't start eating them yet! They're not fully cooked!" SpongeBob said.
Oh, I was gonna get
"And
sick.
what are you gonna do about it?" The furious
God.
customer's eyes became bloodshot. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave! SpongeBob yelled. And this is when the customer lost it. Boink! The customer punches SpongeBob in the face, hardly, causing SpongeBob to get knocked out. It cuts to Squidward and Mr. Krabs getting tossed back and forth. You can hear Mr. Krabs yelling, "SpongeBob! What's taking so long with those patties?" They eventually stop getting tossed around, but their eyes become wide open when they can hear SpongeBob's muffled screams coming from the kitchen.
Okay, well...
They went in the kitchen, and they're horrified when the customer is putting SpongeBob's face on the grill!
Oh, no.
Mr. Krabs jumps in and attacks the customer, and Squidward gets SpongeBob's face off the grill! Or at least what was left of his face. SpongeBob's face was almost completely burned off. His eyes were bloodshot and watery, and his yellow skin turned a brownish yellow color. Squidward then right away gets the shell phone and calls the police, while the berserk customer and Mr. Krabs are fighting. Eventually, the cops and the ambulance come, and the cops take the customer and the ambulance takes SpongeBob to the hospital. Then Mr. Krabs kicks out all the other customers and yells, "The Krusty Krab is closed until further notice!" The episode ends with Mr. Krabs and Squidward sitting down on the tables, panting hardly over what happened, with Squidward softly saying, "Holy fish paste," before cutting to black.
Okay.
Now, my thoughts on this episode, what the hell was this? Did Nickelodeon seriously think about airing this? And why was it only 6 minutes, instead of the usual 11? I have to admit, there were some episodes that get pretty dark, but not as dark as this. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe people think it's not so dark, but still, what was this? I didn't bother DMing the server owner about this. He was probably some type of hacker or something. I also decided to not tell Nickelodeon about this, because they'll probably act like I'm crazy or something. I would upload the video to YouTube, but somehow the file got corrupted. I did have a crappy PC. I would have re-downloaded the same file, but sadly the owner deleted the post. However, I do have a screenshot of the title card. Since I no longer have the video, all I can tell is the story, and please let me know if you saw the same shit that I saw.
The same shit that I saw.
You want to see the title card for SpongeBob Insanity?
Oh god, I love when they have a picture attached to it. Yeah, well, what's the title card?
Okay, I'm linking this to you in the Discord.
I'm ready to get scared.
Wow.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm feeling unsettled.
Oh, this one's really scary. I know this one's like really scary.
I don't know about this one. Oh. I think that was a good one.
I think that was a really fun one. I really like that the author of that one tried to make it almost reasonably a SpongeBob episode. Like it's not like, oh, his brain exploded and turned to blood. He gets his face burned and he turns brown. It's just like, I guess it's kind of spooky.
Holy fish
That's a weird
paste.
one. Holy fish paste. I also only chose that one because it says shell phone in it. It's worth noting. Whoa, good luck sleeping tonight.
The truth of Bart Simpson.
I like the sound of that. Oh, I hope he's a villain in this one. I hope it proves how he's evil.
Well, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
But I will
let's see,
say,
let's see.
I don't think that you're right, but I will say that some say the villain of The Simpsons is Nelson the Bully. Okay? I will say that, though.
Okay.
Some say it's Snake, the criminal. You could argue it's the corrupt mayor, or Fat Tony. Well, I'm here to tell you the truth. The villain of The Simpsons is closer than you may think. Millhouse.
Oh my god! I can't believe you found a Bart one.
It all started at the flea market.
I hope it's Bart.
I've always loved going to the flea market for great deals. Found great things there all the time. Awesome retro games, toys, I once even found a Nintendo 64 in perfect shape for 20 bucks. But most importantly, I've gotten all the Simpsons collection DVDs there, from season 1 all the way up to the 20s. I've always loved The Simpsons. Homer, Bart, Lisa, Maggie, they've been my favorite characters for as long as I can remember.
True.
When I was a kid, my favorite was always Bart, though. And he still is. His mischievous ways were always so funny, from his prank calls to his famous slingshot. I even used to wear an orange shirt or blue shirt when I was in elementary school, because I wanted to be like Bart so bad. Needless to say, because of this, Bart episodes were always my favorite to watch. One big part of Bart I appreciate now is he's a character with layers. Although he may seem mean at a glance, when you look closer, he has a lot of good traits. Or so I thought. Anyways, my life was turned upside down at this flea market. Like, yeah, Boot. Everyone's cheering you on.
I'm so right. I'm so right.
Listen. Although I know the halls and the tables at the flea market like the back of my hand, I was surprised to find a new table, one I had never seen before. A man was working there, almost as old as Abe Simpson himself.
Jesus Christ.
He had a certain look in his eyes that I had never seen before. Something that wasn't really human, but other than that, he seemed normal, so I looked at his table. Score! This was a gold mine. He had everything. Copies of Mario games and all the cartoons you could ask for. All of it was in great shape, too. But what really struck my interest was his array of Simpsons goods. Homer plushies, Lisa figures, and even some of the old Bart Simpson guidebooks. And of course, every season of the show on DVD, although I already had all of those, was a certifiable Simpson treasure trove. But one thing really stood out. A VHS tape. With no label on it other than a piece of tape that said, Bart Simpson Truth. I was intrigued.
God.
I don't remember any episode called Bart Simpson Truth. Excuse me, I sympathetically asked. What's this tape? Bart Simpson Truth? The old man looked at me with his hollow eyes. Buy it and find out, he said. No refunds. I sighed and rolled my eyes. What a cheapskate. But I had no choice. I'll take it, I said, my voice collected and calm. He said it was 20 bucks, and I said okay, but when I looked in my pocket, I forgot my wallet. I forgot my wallet, I said, regret in my tone.
Oh,
but a
man.
wicked smile formed on the old man's face. That's okay, he said. You can just take it. I took it and said thanks and left to go home. I was so eager to watch Bart Simpson Truth, whatever that was, that the whole purchase seemed really weird to me. When I got home, I couldn't wait. I didn't even change to my pajamas. Wearing my street clothes, I immediately put Bart Simpson Truth in my VCR, which was already hooked up, as I use it to watch old cartoons pretty often. Strangely, as soon as I hit play, the lights in my room died. But that was fine, because my light bulbs were old. The episode started. The classic theme song played, followed by a funny couch gag where Homer accidentally sits on the Simpsons dog. The dog was okay, of course. What was weird was Bart was absent. But I figured it just might be an oversight. What was really exciting was I had never seen this couch gag before. I had my doubts at first, but this was a new episode, and from the style, a classic episode from The Simpsons' golden age. I fantasized about the fame that would come my way with this discovery as the episode continued. The setup to the episode was quite simple. Homer, the oaf that he is, had overdrawn his credit card and needed to make money fast. But where it got odd was the B-plot. It cut to a black screen. Suddenly, a black and white picture of Bart faded in. His mouth opened, slowly. Don't have a cow, man, he said. Then his eyes glowed red. It actually gave me a headache, his eyes glowed so bright. Then it cut back to more Homer action. I thought this was weird, but it was an old tape. It could have been a little damaged. As much as it is a shame to miss out on Bart's antics, I could deal with it. I don't want to watch this fucking video. Just replay the Simpsons intro.
The Simpsons.
As much as it's a shame to miss out on Bart's antics, I could deal with it, especially given my increasingly unavoidable internet stardom for this episode's discovery. When the episode cut back to Homer, I did notice one thing. Lisa was gone, just like Bart. Homer didn't even mention this. It was like the episode was continuing on as normal, but it was just him and Maggie now. Luckily, he was still just as funny as always. What wasn't funny is what happened when it cut to Bart again. He was no longer black and white. He was black and red, and blood was coming out of his drooling mouth.
Oh, ew! Ew!
Cowabunga! Lisa's a part of me now, man! He said.
What?
A loud screech escaped from my TV speakers, and I heard a loud pop as the sound shorted out. It cut back to Homer, but it had no sound either. Bart broke my TV's sound. I clenched my fists in anger. This was my CRT I used for classic games, and now it was broken. I didn't understand why Bart did this to me, but it was too late to stop watching now. When it cut back to Homer, Homer was gone. It was just Maggie, sitting on the ground. Then it cut back to Bart. He looked realistic now, like Simpsons in real life pictures, if you've ever seen those. But his cheeks were gaunt, and his eyes were hollow and angry. Text appeared on screen, and it looked very scary. It said, "You have one last chance, dude." Then the screen went black, with a timer counting down from 10. Bart wanted me to stop watching, but I couldn't. I needed to know what happened, especially if I was going to share this with the world. I could picture all the most well-known lost media YouTubers crediting me with this discovery. I had to watch. I stared at the screen, fear welling up in me as the timer counted down. When it reached 0, it cut back to the Simpson house. Maggie was gone. No one was left. My power went out.
Not little Maggie!
But the TV didn't turn off. On the TV, "I killed them all, man, and you're next," appeared.
Oh my god.
I tried turning the TV off, but it wouldn't turn off no matter what. I heard a tapping on my window. I turned my attention away from the TV and looked outside. Bart was across the street. His skin was bloody, and he was shooting his slingshot at my window. As soon as I looked at him, a devilish smile formed on his face, his teeth sharp and wicked. This wasn't the Bart I knew. I was petrified. I couldn't even move, even as he broke my window completely with one well-placed slingshot shot. I tried running, but with one stare from his large, round, evil, glowing eyes, I found myself frozen. "Please!" I screamed as Bart slowly approached. "Please! Bart! You're my favorite Simpson!" But he kept approaching.
No!
As he climbed through the window, he said, "Well, good news, man. We're gonna be together forever now." He grabbed my throat and lifted me up. I tried to fight back, but couldn't. It was like he had the power of all the Simpsons combined. "Guess what, man? I was that old man. That tape was the only way I could finally kill that fucker Homer and turn real. Too bad about Lisa and Maggie, but oh well, can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs," he said. As he lifted me higher, I pleaded, but it fell on deaf ears. "Sorry, man, but with every kill, I get stronger." I knew it. He was as strong as all the Simpsons combined. And it was too late for me. Bart clamped down on my neck, and the last thing I ever felt was horrible blinding pain through my whole body. As I lay on the ground, the last thing I heard was, "I'm just gonna wait here, man! Your family's next, just like mine!"
No! Why, you little... Is that the end?
That's the end of Bart Simpson.
Oh my god.
I love the Bart voice you gave.
As
Bart voice goes a really long way.
As powerful as all the Simpsons combined.
That really got me. As far as all the Simpsons combined is really, like, makes me smile.
It's kind of scary.
I assume that was, like, your grabbing phrase. Because when I'm looking for this shit, I skim until I find one thing I think is funny, and then I'm
Same.
like, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, no,
good.
it's like they
Keep
say
going.
shell phone.
Yeah, it's like they say shell phone.
I only read the fucking hideously long Mario one because it had, like, Luigi saying you have to kill Mario repeatedly.
How big was the bar? I don't fucking know.
That made me spit water, like, up my nose.
Jesus
He
Christ.
does. The narrator might be small or Bart might be really big. There's no way to know. Now we're
Okay.
scaling apart creepypasta.
Who are we on now? Who are we on?
Well, it's Noel's turn.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, mine's called Sackboy's Revenge.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Author's note. I don't write a lot. Sorry for mistakes.
It's okay.
Chapter 1. You might not think so, but this really happened to me, and I don't care who doesn't believe me because I know it's real. The tables might turn around on you one day too, you know. What goes around comes around is what my late great-grandma always said.
Okay.
It was a chill afternoon on October 12. I just hoped off the radiantly yellow and black striped bus because it was my stop at home. I walked inside, politely
Good.
took my shoes off and put them on the rack.
I-
Hi, Mom, I said. I'm just gonna go play some PS3 in my room. Okay, sweetie, love you, said my mom, distracted by her awesome cooking.
This guy
I went
loves
into my
describing
room.
things.
Just like, yay, the world.
Hey! The
I
radiant
went into my
school
room
bus.
to booted up some Little Big Planet 3, my favorite game. It has a 79 Metacritic score, but personally, I would give it a 95 or even 100.
Nice.
Something was weird, though. When I turned on my TV, Sackboy was standing in the middle of an all-gray room and there was no music playing.
No.
I pressed the X button to jump to see if I could do anything. But when I pressed it, Sackboy just yelled and started crying like if he was in pain. Maybe it was a glitch, so I pressed it again, and he did it again. Am I hurting Sackboy?
Oh no.
Am I doing this? I felt disgusted with myself, but when would I have another chance like this? I took a
What?
deep breathe and started thinking, what else can this baby do? Maybe one of the buttons can save Sackboy. I pressed L1, and his left arm started making a cracking sound, and
Oh
he
my
held his
God.
arm with his other arm, showing that it was
Killing
broken.
him!
I pressed R1, and his hand that was petting his broken arm just exploded into bones and blood. How is any of this possible? He's Sackboy. He doesn't have blood and organs. I figured maybe I shouldn't press L2 and R2 because maybe then his left and right eyes would blow up, and I did not want to see that. What could I press? Can anything on this controller save him? Maybe I should just turn the PS3 off. Maybe I have to let this game go now. As I walked to the PS3, Sackboy looked like he was smiling, but sad like he was happy, but he was never going to see me again.
What?
I shook my head. It's just the TV playing tricks on me. I turned the PS3 off and nothing was on my TV. I think I saved Sackboy. I finally managed to do it. I sighed because I was satisfied and just in time too because I smelled my mom's mashed potatoes. I put LBP3 away one last time and smiled to myself at my good deed before running downstairs for some grub.
Is that it?
That's it.
If that's it, that's awesome.
That's it. That one's pretty short.
That one's really good.
So I also have Dead Adventure 2 Battle.
Oh no.
Is this one also really short? I'm excited.
They're both short, yeah.
Oh god.
I really like that last one because that kid loves his mom's cooking.
Yeah. I
Whoever
wish that
wrote
more
that
creepypastas
story-
ended with I went home and ate my mom's
He loves his
delicious
big
mashed
yellow
potatoes.
striped bus.
That was the opposite of like the I hate my brother and sister type.
I love everything.
They love their family and they love being on the radiant yellow school bus and they love saving Sackboy.
Sackboy.
They
from
also
Gore.
really tried to like.
Where
They
was
tried
the
to save him.
revenge?
It's also called Chapter 1, but there's just one
Okay.
chapter.
I also really liked that they constantly are saying that they only have one chance to save Sackboy, like it's something they always have wanted to do. I have to save Sackboy.
It's really good. Dead Adventure 2 Battle. Author's note. This is my
Yeah.
first creepypasta. If you enjoyed this story, thank you for reading.
Okay, no problem.
And it reads,
Yeah.
I have always enjoyed the modern Sonic games as I owned a GameCube and used to play Sonic Adventure DX and Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but that all changed a while back. I had recently broken my legs in a car accident, so I had to go to the hospital. But as both of my legs were broken, that meant I couldn't go to school.
Yay!
They said that they were keeping me in the hospital for a few weeks. My dad brung my GameCube as he said he asked a doctor if he was allowed to. The doctor willing allowed it. I wish he had never done so.
Oh god.
As the only game my dad brought was Sonic Adventure Battle 2 and a memory card.
Oh, bad game.
I started playing Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and I was greeted to a horrific intro. Every so often, the screen would glitch, and a faint outline of Big the Cat appeared. Each time the screen glitched, the outline started to grow more and more clear. When I reached the opening screen, I saw my old save file, a file I have never seen before. I decided to pick the save file as there were apparently no other save spots. The save slot wasn't deletable, and my saves file couldn't be played.
It's their save file. Why have they never seen it before?
As I started the story mode, I easily got to the gun truck stage with no problem. I noticed every so often I ran from the gun truck, the screen inverted its colors for a second. And each time it did, I saw Big the Cat on the front of the truck, with a smile that sent shivers down my spine. As I approached the area where Big the Cat is on the side of the street, the game started to slow. Finally, it slowed down as you can see the cat with a deadlier smile this time.
Oh, no.
The game sped back up a bit, and now I was being chased by Big the Cat, who seemed to easily catch up. I finally reached the end of the stage where you reach the goal ring. But when I touched the ring, Big the Cat was right behind Sonic, holding him as if hugging him. Then a text box opened up on the screen saying this: "All your futile efforts for nothing. I'm gonna enjoy crushing you up and turning you into cat food.
No!
Froggy will love this. Yes, Froggy will love this." Then the game froze with, after a gruesome scene, where Sonic stopped and hit the gun truck, but this time blood splattered all over the front of the vehicle, while Sonic laid there all dead. Then Big the Cat appeared behind him, with axe, and cut off each of his limbs.
Jesus.
Each time he did, he chopped up and crushed each one until it was all mushy. Then, after the limbs were disassembled, he tore out his heart and all his organs and proceeded to do the same thing.
Oh my god.
At that moment, Big put all the mushed up Sonic parts and ran at the screen, as if going to jump out. I quickly pulled the plug and then I never played Sonic since, scarred from what I saw that day. Every time I would see Sonic out the corner of my eye at a store or whatever, my vision would go poor, and I would see an inverted version of Big the Cat carrying a mushed up Sonic.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Mushed up Sonic.
A mushed up Sonic.
Did Sonic die from getting hit by a truck?
Yeah, I guess
And
so. I
Big
guess
the
the truck
Cat-
came back and exploded him.
Yeah, but Big the Cat cut off all his limbs too. You have to remember that.
Yeah, true.
That was a sad story for Sonic. That was the
It's
opposite
pretty,
of the
you know,
Sackboy
intense.
one. The Sackboy one.
The Sackboy one was uplifting.
was
That was
uplifting,
like Hero
yeah.
Story, Dark Story.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Sonic went really fast and became goo like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
If I was a creepypasta
Oh my
writer,
God.
I'd make one where Sonic goes so fast that his legs all break and he's
You would
running
read
on,
out the
like,
Jimmy
little stumps.
Neutron script where he turns into goo.
Sonic would run really fast and would wear him down like if you grind him against sandpaper.
Oh, it is 9
God,
p.m.
ew.
Dr. Eggman is like, this level is made of entirely sandpaper! And then Sonic stops running and he's just like up to his like torso. And he's like, ah! Ah, the
Oh, I can
full
feel
moon!
the
Oh
change
my
happening.
goodness.
Ah, I'm changing, I'm transforming.
Oh no, I feel good.
I
Yeah,
do feel good.
this is nice.
It is
I'm
nice.
getting really used to it.
I feel so strange inside. Ah!
Got back just in time to get spooked.
Owie! My limbs!
Ooh, that's the wrong page.
What the hell? Why were those even
That
up?
was scary.
How'd
Oh,
that
we're all-
happen?
Oh!
We're all cuddled up. Oh,
We're
this
all-
is so sweet.
I'm hidden. I'm tucked away forever.
I have to become
How did
smaller.
that happen? We don't have the FNAF Troopers on. How
Help.
did they show up? Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I'm like the scrappy one that goes.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
Well, Synth, in your new form, are you ready to scare us with a scary story?
Well, considering I have just transformed into a werewolf, I figured this is a good time to read Clifford, the big dead dog.
Oh shit.
No, I hope he doesn't die in this one.
I would
Me
cry
too.
if Clifford the Big Red Dog died.
I don't know what I'll do if Clifford the Big Red Dog dies. Oh god, there are a lot. Okay, I'll play this video. This one I could probably get away with. Alright.
I'm sure you all know about the classic book series, Clifford the Big Red Dog by Norman Bridwell. You know, the books consisting of a girl named Emily Elizabeth who loved a tiny red dog so much he grew into a big red dog. Yeah, that one.
Wait, is that the story of Clifford? He grew big because he was loved?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought he was just like a freak.
The book series was originally published in 1963. It was written by Norman Bidwell and was also turned into a cartoon series consisting of the same plot.
True.
My little sister actually liked this particular book. She had every book of the series exactly up to date, or so I thought. Her birthday was coming up in 2 weeks' time. I know not of what I wanted to get her. I wanted to get her a brand new Clifford book, but she had them all so far. There was not one she didn't have. She even possessed the very first original Clifford the Big Red Dog. One of the original copies, too. Talk about
rare.
spoiled rotten. I proceeded to speak to my guardian. She told me generally...
Squidward?
Squidward?
She told me generally that Aunt Claire was an anonymous novel writer who specialized in children's books. She went by the name of Dren Cooper. Dren, what a strange name. What does it have to do with your sister's birthday? I only have 2 weeks left. This is the person in this is confused. She then spoke of how Aunt Claire had been driven to insanity. Your Aunt Claire was a possessive child. If Aunt Claire owned something, she wouldn't let it go. Claire was not only possessive and protective, but she was the extremely jealous type. If she felt left out, she let them know about it, my guardian began. However, Aunt Claire never knew when to shut her mouth, or when to leave well enough alone. She paused for a second, and spoke in a lower, more quiet tone of voice. Your Aunt Claire was driven insane by my affection for your mother.
What?
Claire couldn't stand my love for your mom.
What?
I became jealous of her.
Huh?
What?
Remember how your mother was attacked? That night of mid-August last year? She questioned me. Flashes of that day flickered in my brain faster than light. The brakes stopped working one night while we were riding in the car on an evening drive.
Oh my
Mom
god.
panicked, desperate for the car to stop. After a tumble in the car, crashing the car on its side, a stranger broke into the car's broken and exposed window and held a knife to my mother's neck.
Oh my
The
god.
person holding the knife to Mom's neck wore a hoodie and a Richard Nixon mask underneath it. The gashes covered mine and my mother's bodies ached like hell, but not as much as my chest did. Seeing that knife by Mom's neck caused my heart to pound at a painful speed. A few moments later, however, a police cruiser had arrived at the scene, finding a wrecked sedan crumbled into some pine trees and loaded an ambulance. Lucky us, we made our great escape. But I was never told who that was. I nodded slowly, trying to reblock that painful memory from my brain. That was your Aunt Claire. She was taken away to a mental institution shortly after being questioned by the police. My guardian spoke harshly and lowly. I was baffled. What could I say? She forced a smile again. Dren Cooper had good intentions, however. She dedicated herself to writing cute novels. Anyway, what was it you asked, dearie? I must have forgotten
Say, where
already.
the fuck's
You know
Clifford?
me. I also forgot what this story was about. She giggled at her own forgetfulness. Bless her soul. I was inquiring about a present for Anya's birthday, I spoke, though Nana didn't seem to think so.
Where the fuck is the dog? Yeah, Clifford's like almost irrelevant to this.
think so. The words she'd spoken had caused the environment to become more awkward and slightly uncomfortable. Ah, yes, sorry, dearie, she said with a smile upon her aging face. She slowly got up and walked out of the room, leaving me alone with my thoughts. No more than seconds later, Nana... That's scary?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for something.
Nana entered the room again, holding a thin, yet rather large book. Take this, dear. Dren Cooper wrote it. She was inspired by the concept of Clifford and wanted to recreate her own version of the story.
Okay.
This was the
Oh,
only one
no.
she'd ever make. Make sure little Anya takes good care of this with pride and care. It would be worth a lot of money one day. She babbled on. Nana, have you read this book before? Nana looked back with a puzzled look. I haven't, but it seems okay. It's only a children's short novel after all. Right, I said, a little concerned.
Children's
but I smiled
short novel.
anyway and thanked her greatly. No problem. Upon arriving home, I opened my bag containing the Clifford book I'd had to hide from my daughter. Wait,
What? Wait, how old is the main character?
I don't know.
I thought they were like a child.
I looked at the cover. It worried me a little. The cover consisted of Clifford lying down in his kennel asleep. It was gray in the background, or at least a stone gray hue. It appeared to be raining. A red outline was drawn on all the characters, and full red for the dog, which appeared to be sleeping.
Okay.
A few of the people were surrounding it, each of them with a sad expression on their face.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Emily Elizabeth, the girl known as his owner, was hugging the dog's nose that was bigger than her. She had a tear streaming down her face.
So
The two
sad.
dogs, Cleo and T-Bone, also appeared saddened.
No, not Cleo, not
That
T-Bone.
T-Bone!
I love T-Bone. He was my favorite one in the cartoon.
What kind of book is this? I thought aloud. What kind of book is what? I heard Anya's What kind of book is what? I heard Anya's high-pitched squeaky squeal in my doorway. I gasped and quickly shoved the book into my bag before she'd seen it. Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it, okay? I smiled gleefully at her, trying my best to hide my concern of the strange novel I'd just been given. Anya cocked her head slightly to the side with a confused expression, but quickly faded into a cheery smile. She yelled happily as she skipped away happily. I got and locked the door, and I stared back at the bag containing the novel by Dren Cooper. Dren was an odd name, so before reading the book I looked it up, just out of curiosity as to whether it was a valid name or not. I didn't find much on it except a few characters in some shows were named Dren, one being
Read the
Tokyo
fucking
Mew Mew.
book! Read the fucking book! Just read it!
I didn't care much of the names Claire had given herself.
This one's so long!
Here's everything that ever has happened to me in my whole life.
I get to the end. I only cared about the contents of the book. I pulled the book back out of my bag and stared intently at the cover. It had some dead pixels in the background. I swear they made a picture of what? I couldn't figure it out. I opened the book to its first page. It looked happy and normal. I gave a sigh of relief of it maybe, just maybe, being a normal and happy book. The first page consisted of Clifford being hugged by Emily. It had some writing on the bottom of the page. It was a picture book, but it didn't have many words. A sentence or two per page, really. Clifford, you're the best big dog in the whole wide
picture
world.
book.
We're so lucky to have you to protect us. I love you. This was cute and normal for this type of book. The second page had a picture of a stormy night and some writing explaining it was a stormy night. Simple enough, no? The third page was also okay. It just said how Clifford was trying to sleep during the storm and become frightened of lightning and thunder. The picture was of Clifford covering his eyes with his overly large red ears. The fourth page showed the morning sun. It was gleaming brightly on the page and it almost hurt my eyes. Strange, huh?
Oh my god.
It showed Clifford with a not-so-happy look on his face, but more of a face covered in paranoia and scares. It said, Clifford woke up at that morning, still scared of the noise and flashing lights from that light. He sat by Emily's window and waited for her to wake up. The fifth page showed Emily yawning, and the bottom described how she giggled at Clifford's face and how he looked worried. Don't worry, boy. The thunderstorm is gone now. Look how nice it is. Clifford didn't seem secure still, but had to brush it off. The next page consisted of two local dogs, Cleo and T-Bone,
Oh my
smiling at
fucking
Clifford.
god, dude. I hate this one. The
Page
longest
7
story ever
dogs
written.
In the large wooded area. It looked like an empty room. Clifford, Emily said to she was scared of how you were. How about sleeping here for the night? It's big, and you fit in, and your nose will get wet like in your kennel. You'll be okay in here, I'm sure. The little purple dog had said. The writing was in purple to represent who was speaking. The page
Oh my god.
of Clifford lying down in a large wooden building with his eyes closed.
I
peacefully.
wonder if Clifford will die at the end, and that'll be the sad twist to the story is Clifford dies, or like a dog dies, or something.
I was reluctant to turn to the next page. A bad feeling in my gut arose, and I got worried about what was coming up next. Curiosity killed the cat. And I turned to the next page to see the building on a slight angle with tears of lightning in the air around it. At the bottom said, lightning was getting close to Birdwell Island. Now I was getting worried. Get a grip, you moron! It's just a stupid children's book! I cursed at myself for being childish. Written by a psycho, and I shook my head at the thought of who wrote it and turned to the next page. This book's not half bad anyway, considering what I was expecting. My thoughts of
What the fuck are you talking about?
What
What are you talking about?
This book's kinda nice.
I didn't fucking go from, oh, I'm scared about what might happen next to...
It's pretty good. I kinda like this. Wait, no,
I
maybe
swear
this
to God,
author's
I hope
onto
that this
something.
isn't the one you wrote, Synth. I'm gonna be so mad.
This would be such a long story. I'd be like impressed if you wrote this. Like, wow, you really wrote a whole fucking story.
I wanted to write the worst story I possibly could. My thoughts at the beginning of brick were shattered when I saw the large wooden shed-like building being struck by lightning. It was no longer a cartoon novel. Either Dren had stepped up her game and shooting the drawing of the color of hers, or it was a real photograph.
Oh no.
What? I questioned aloud to myself. What the bloody hell is this?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Page 10 was an image of the shed piece's large red paw hanging from under the rubble.
Oh, fuck.
Clifford got hurt that night in his new home, was all the text
no.
said. The next page showed some police officer Pete standing by what was no longer rubble, but the lying body of a large red creature. It didn't show it happen.
Creature.
Just that large silhouette of the man attempting to hide the body of the unfortunate soul. Page 12 almost had me vomit, as it showed a lifelike body of a dog's body cut open. It was in black and white and extremely realistic, as though it was an actual dog. No, 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 no! I mumbled to myself as I clutched myself. That wasn't Clifford. That was the photograph. It was my Labrador from 2 years ago. She went missing one day, and the police said she'd been found. Ran over down the middle of what seemed like a motorbike. I knew that was her. I recognized Laura from anywhere. There was no way it was a drawing, nor was it Clifford. Tears streamed down my eyes as I turned page 12 to see what was on the last page. To my surprise, it was the same picture as the cover, but instead of the title, Clifford the Big Red Dog, it said Clifford the Big Dead Dog in a bone-chilling red. I also looked close to the final picture. It was not the exact same. Emily wasn't hugging her dog. However, she was there in the background, looking past Jenna and Charlie. Behind them was a tree. A familiar blonde-haired girl wearing a pink top, black skirt, and striped knee-high socks was a hanging Emily. Her body was limp and lifeless. She wasn't much more than a silhouette, but it chilled me to the bone, no pun intended. I put the book back in my bag and went out. I went to go buy Anya a cute charm bracelet. It was worth all the money I had, as I originally wanted to save it up. But I couldn't give her that thing, nor did I have any other present for her. I've never looked at Clifford the same since. I couldn't stand watching the program or picking up another book. I tore that copy using a paper shredder, the only copy that ever existed. The only time I'll see it now is in my nightmares.
Oh, you were sleeping on that, Qweave. Your finger's been on this button for like half an hour.
Oh my god.
That was
That was insufferable.
I'm glad you read it. I'm glad you read it.
No, absolutely.
All the build up for the terrifying twist.
That was
his dog.
That was a short novel worth of build up, and the payoff is, and then my aunt killed my dog 2 years ago, and then she died. The end.
That's it.
I'm
Clap, that was crap,
not
10 out of 10.
going to read the other long one now. That was so much longer than I was.
Can we talk about the other long one? I assume it's the one that we brought up.
Yeah,
A Bug's Death.
Oh yeah,
can we talk about A Bug's Death?
I also had A Bug's Death bookmarked, and
we
I
all
looked at it,
independently
and
came across A Bug's Death.
It's so fucking long. It's the length of a fucking. It is the length of a novel.
I'm running it through a word counter really quick. It is 5,243 words.
We all independently found it. It's so fucking long.
I'm looking at it. Flick, the character from A Bug's Life, comes out of his screen and strangles the main character.
Yeah.
And then... But what else happens in this? He goes on YouTube and he looks up A Bug's Life.
No, it's from A Bug's Life. Yeah.
Yeah, Flick from A Bug's Life tries to strangle him. He comes out of the game. This is also the Bug's Life video game and not the movie, I guess.
Yeah, obviously.
To conceptualize how long this one is, it is twice as long as the story I just read.
This next one?
No, I'm not reading A Bug's Death.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing A Bug's Death. Clifford the Big Dead Dog.
We have another game, but I want to read mine first.
Alright, you can read yours first, and then we can play a game.
Okay. See, this was going on for so long that I can't segue. My segue was that I also had one about a CRT TV.
Okay. What's yours called?
Mine's called Hellovision.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Let me look up, like television. Let me look up, television on YouTube and see what I can find here. You can start reading. You can start reading.
Alright, so I need to say, this happened for real. I know you hear that all the time on this site, but this really happened, and I just need to talk about it somewhere. When I was in middle school, I had a friend who, for his safety, I'm going to call Joe. I don't want anybody going looking for him, after all. When we were in middle school, we got really into Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube. And I promise... Hold on, I lost my spot.
Oh no.
Where the fuck is this?
It's like the first 2 sentences.
I know, I promise this isn't a haunted video game story. I'm not an idiot. Okay. Now, Super Smash Bros. Melee is super competitive, and we played it at a very high level, even using pro techniques like wave dashing and shining. I'm not going to bug you with technical garbage like that, but we were real good. Anyways, anyone who plays Super Smash Bros. Melee knows that the only way to play with the fastest frames is to play the game on an old CRT TV. And our problem was we never had one. One day, my friend Joe texts me and says, "Hey Tommy," that's not my real name either, "come over right now. You'll never guess what I found on my way home." So I go over, and he has this huge, heavy, old TV that he found by a house on the way home. It was covered in old stickers that had peeled off, and had an old VCR attachment on the bottom. It was kinda old, but that made it cool.
Okay.
We plugged in the audio-visual cables and fired her up. In big letters, it said loading tape, and started playing a muffled recording of some morning talk show. The sound was weird, and the screen was wavy, so we couldn't make out any of the words. We tried to read or listen to. Joe mashed on the input button to try to change the GameCube, but it didn't work. The screen never left input 1, and all it played was a blurry interview, with the host and a guest with a polka dot tie. I thought the button might be broken, so I tried to mess with it, but Joe was PO'd. I'd never seen him that mad before. He shouted really loud, "Come the fuck on!" Smacked the TV with jiggle and static.
Chill out, dude! What the hell?
Smacked the TV with jiggled with static. I screamed at what I saw and I jumped back to the couch. As the static cleared up, I saw the news interviewer and the guest mushed together into a bloody mass, clearer than anything else that had been on before. It was like they'd been pulled out of a car crash. The muffled audio became the crowd screaming like it was in my room with me, and I saw what must have been the guest's arm splintered into bent bones, trying to grasp at the air. They were both alive. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I threw up and called my mom to drive me home. Day 2.
I thought that was the end for a second.
No, this one's I don't know if it's long, but it's got a couple days.
Okay.
I didn't want to talk about what happened anyways, but I didn't hear from Joe for a couple days. He texted me, "Come over, now." And I thought he might have been in some trouble, so I went over again, and I saw him messing with the TV. He got all excited and he said, "Look, man! I figured it out!" And he turned me towards the old TV. The same show was playing, but the guest was still alive, and it was later on in the day. "Watch this," Joe said, and he tilted the TV to one side. As he did, everyone on the stage started to roll over as if the ground had changed with it. As they started to stand up, Joe tilted the TV back and they fell over the opposite way. I couldn't say a word. This was crazy. It was like he could control the whole world. Joe must have known. I couldn't believe it because he said, "You haven't seen anything yet," with a devious smirk, and kicked the TV as hard as he could. The room filled with more really clear screams, too clear for the speakers on the TV, as the wall of the studio exploded outwards. Blood splattered across the entire stage as the studio audience was launched through the air.
Oh my god.
"What the fuck?" I shouted, and I ran to grab him, but he pushed me down to the couch. "It's just a game, you idiot, look!" And he hit the rewind button. The entire screen rolled back until it was normal. He looked back at me, and I barely recognized him. His eyes almost looked red, they were so bloodshot, and he had this evil smile. I've done this 100 times already.
Oh, chill
You
out.
won't believe what I can do. I'm basically gone in here! And laughed like I think he's funny, but I didn't. I was enraged! I thought he was insane! Shut the fuck up! You're crazy! I shouted, and I threw a punch at my friend. I felt so bad, but I knew it wasn't him. Something in that TV had gotten to him. I reached in the VHS slot, and it bent like it wasn't plastic at all. It felt like the wet tape was stuck in raw meat.
Oh.
I grabbed, and I pulled. As I pulled, the city in the background of the show started to burst into hellish flames. Cars crashing and people on screen bursting into fire. I gripped harder, and I pulled the tape out. But through its reels was a thick cable of flesh, like pulling a tooth. I looked up as the screams distorted into a toxic wail that shook the whole room. I watched the interviewer melt into unrecognizable flesh, and that melted to bones. I had to look away, and saw that Joe wasn't on the ground anymore. He grabbed me and punched me on my face and broke me nose. You fucking idiot! That's mine! All of them are mine to do anything I want with! He kept punching me. I could barely see. I was going to share it with you. But I guess I have to fucking kill you. He smiled and I could see all of his teeth. His eyes almost looked square like a TV. He wound up a huge punch and threw it at me as hard as he could. I barely dodged, and his fist shattered the glass TV instead. It screamed so loud I couldn't hear anything else and shot blood out like a waterfall. As everything turned red, I passed out.
Okay.
Day 3.
Jesus, it didn't look...
When Joe's parents found us, it was like nothing had happened at all.
Broke me TV.
Us being beaten up. And the TV being broken. Joe said we got in a fight, and I wasn't allowed to see him again. Not that I ever would. The next week, my mom told me that he died in his room.
Oh no.
I remember looking at the tape. I'd secretly brought it home with me. Too scared to ever do anything with it. I asked how he died, and my mom said, "It's strange. He had bite marks all over him. It was almost like he was eaten by rats." That fact made me look at the other thing I had brought home that day. Barely the size of an ant. A small polka dot tie. I decided never to think of it again.
Huh?
That's it.
Alright.
was the tie?
Oh my
rat?
god.
I don't think the tie was a rat.
Tacky tie moment. Rat egg.
I think they came out of the TV.
Oh, the host bit him.
I guess so. What? Tiny tie.
I like the tiny
The
audience.
tiny audience took revenge
Oh,
on him.
maybe the tiny audience came out of the TV. They
came out of
bit
the
him.
TV and they bit him to death.
You found the computer mice. All right, chat. We have another game for you all.
We have another scary game. The last of my scary games I've set together for tonight.
Excellent.
This is fun
We're gonna summon a ghost. We're going to summon a ghost tonight.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay.
Just at Control Z. Yeah, there you go.
It's so hard because it's so hard. All right, chat.
You can scroll down a little bit.
We have a fun game to play.
We have a fun game to play.
Louija.
We have a
We're
Louija
playing
board.
Louija.
What are
Does
we-
anyone in chat have a question for us to ask?
Chat, what are we gonna ask?
Yeah.
We're gonna ask Luigi.
Oh!
The flickering head so
We're not asking Luigi. This is just a themed.
I think we're asking Luigi.
We're asking Luigi? I thought we were talking to a real ghost.
Well, Luigi died in one of the stories.
No, I want to talk to a real ghost, Qweave. That's what makes it scary. It's just Luigi theme because it's fitting with our stream.
Okay.
What's the ghost's favorite food? Favorite food's a good one to start with.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Okay, ready?
What is the... I don't know...
Luigi! Luigi. What's your favorite food? Oh, fuck, ask Luigi, not the ghost. Dude, it's actually moving. Where's it going?
This is awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! It's pee. It's pee.
Oh shit. Boot, this isn't funny.
This is fucking crazy!
Like, shit.
That looks awesome.
There's no way! Dude!
Wow. It's so good.
It's crazy that it's doing this. Some motherfucker's going crazy with this thing, dude. There's a lot of tension on this ghost. Is that two Z's?
I think so.
Is someone writing this down?
What can this
What
possibly
the
be?
fuck happened?
You got stuck.
Holy shit.
I think he's angry. I think the ghost is angry.
Oh my god!
Dude, that's
Awesome.
your real Luigi.
Oh,
He
fuck.
likes pizza. He likes pizza. Does anyone else have another question?
Why are you like that?
Why are you like that?
Yeah.
Why are you like that? Okay, how about we each ask Luigi a question, okay? Noel will be first.
Why are you like that?
What's happening?
Ah!
The board! You just
You have to-
like
yeah,
this
remember, you have to-
question.
So, stop. Everyone look up, We're not all holding it. Okay. Everyone, grab him. Don't move anything. Grab him. Wrong
Okay.
thing.
Hold on.
Grab Luigi. Okay, we got him. Oh, he's having trouble with this one.
What, why is he like that?
G?
Okay,
Wait, G?
Wait a second. What could he be
Whoa.
saying?
No way!
Holy shit!
Oh,
Stop, stop, I'm getting scared.
Guys, this isn't funny. Whoever's doing this isn't funny.
Oh,
This isn't funny, guys.
I swear.
Oh
I'm not
my
doing it, I swear.
Oh my god! Is that it? Oh my god, chat! Oh my god, chat!
Jesus Christ.
Oh!
Okay, so his favorite food is pizza, and he's like that because he's gay.
Oh
my god.
god, chat! Does anyone have one question?
Come on, one more question. First one I see, we're gonna do. Why are you gay? Okay, that seems like a fair one to ask.
Please, please, please. Please.
Believe it's not open.
I know, I'm trying to open it. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Where's he going?
Where is he going?
I don't know.
What?
Oh my god!
Oh!
He shook the board.
Oh
that
my
doesn't
God.
count. He shook the board.
This is a difficult question.
Stop,
for
turn the lights off, I'm
Luigi.
scared.
Where's he? Did he pick a letter?
What's he doing?
I don't know.
What's he? Where's
He's
he
going all
going?
fucking over
I
the
don't
place,
think he
dude.
knows why.
Oh my god, we're stressing him out.
He's splitting
Oh my
up.
god!
He's-
He's
Dude.
frozen. He's frozen in
Oh my god.
Chad, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Chad,
Oh my
we have to
God.
turn it off. We can't keep doing this. We can't
Wait,
keep doing this.
Wait, no, don't.
I need to go. Oh,
Dude went to goodbye. He doesn't want to answer.
We
Oh my
need to
God.
Doesn't
we need to close the connection with Luigi,
we need to
otherwise
close
he'll
the
haunt
connection.
us.
We need to
How'd
close
we
it.
do? How'd we do that? How'd we do that?
You just have to say goodbye, Luigi.
Goodbye,
Luigi.
Luigi.
Goodbye. Wait, we
Goodbye,
have to spell. We have to spell. We have to spell it.
No, we
right?
don't. That's
We
not how
don't?
the
Okay.
game works.
Goodbye,
We
Luigi.
talk to
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Luigi.
Luigi.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Luigi.
Luigi. Goodbye, Luigi. I'm reading, this story is called... Hi, I am having trouble posting, so here's my story.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Let me get a video. Let me get a video open. When me and my friend was playing on a gaming website called Roblox, we came across something unusual. There was this anonymous person. So, me and my friend searched through the whole map, but we couldn't find the player. Even though there were other players on there talking, we found this weird. So we thought it was a glitch. Until the glitch started talking to us. Because it was an obstacle course, the person started saying that the game we are playing now is real life. I have the exact words. Who wants to play a game? I said that we were already playing a game. I really didn't know anything about this person. Nobody really did. So I asked him what the game was, slightly curious about what he had to say. Anybody who dies in this obby dies in real life. Thought it was some internet troll trying to scare the shit out of us. So one of the players told him to leave the server or he would report him. I didn't know what happened, but right after that, he disconnected. Which in a way was weird, because he didn't want to leave. The player asked him to go away, but for some weird reason, he disconnects. Anybody else want to complain?
Oh my god.
We didn't know what to do. I alt-tabbed out of the server and I called the police on my phone, but my phone wasn't working properly. It was in a static kind of thing. I didn't even know phones did that. I went back into the game and I told everyone that we should leave the server, so one by one we left until there was 5 of us. I slightly scared because I didn't know what would happen if I didn't play the obby, and it was probably someone trying to scare us. So me and the rest of the 4 players decided that we should play the obby and see for ourselves what would happen if we did that. I went first, then my friend, then the other 3 people. Usually when players die in an obby, we would make that sound. But when one of the players died, I heard a scream in my headphones. An actual scream. I didn't know what to do. I thought, what if all this was happening was real? I kept going and hoping that game didn't glitch. Whoever was doing this was some kind of murderer on the internet. As I kept going, the rest of us were scared. I could tell. Until my friend died. I heard his scream in my headphones. It sounded just like him. I was crying. I didn't want this to be real, but there was nothing I can do. I kept going. I couldn't move properly because my hands were shaking. There were only the 2 of us left. The rest of the players in the game are dead. When they disconnect, they are dead. I didn't want this. There were only 10 more levels still, and I haven't died yet. The other player was still with me. I told him that if he died, don't die screaming. When there was 5 more levels left, I told him we were nearly there. Till he landed on something. It was one of those landmine things. If you stand on one, you cannot get off. There was nothing we could do about this. He told me goodbye and jumped off.
No.
I heard his piercing scream. Then there was one. I asked him why he was doing this. He didn't answer. So this is what I said. What would happen if I leave? You will die, Harrison. What would happen if I win? You'll die anyway.
Well.
So I did something I regretted. I left the server. Everything was dark. My computer shut down everything. I heard whispering behind me. I turned around. There was nothing there. I go to sleep with nightmares of this dark, shadowy figure. I don't know how I'm still alive. But there's one thing I know. He's coming for me.
No! No!
Oh my god.
I like a classic scary story, honestly.
That is a classic scary one.
Beautiful
I
tale.
like Ghost comes out and comes to you.
I think it was just a guy that was going to everyone's house one by one, and that's why he didn't die yet, is he, like, needs to get, like, a flight. Like, not quite there yet. If you hate Roblox,
Roblox.
I like if you lose, you get actual chills. If you lose, you die. If you win, you die. And if you leave, you die. It's kind of a bad deal.
Deal, yeah.
Not very inspiring. Life is Roblox, and death is Roblox too.
So I'm gonna start with
hold on.
Caillou, the lost footage.
Okay.
Does anybody remember that show, Caillou? It has been airing episodes since 1997. And it has been known to be one of the worst kids shows of all time.
Remember this?
Remember this show? Why, you ask? Because it shows Caillou throwing temper tantrums and being mean to his little sister Rosie.
Mm-hmm.
But what you may not know is that there is an unaired version of the show. It wasn't seen by anyone except the PBS Kids company, to which they found that the footage was too dark and disturbing that they refused to air it to the public.
Oh shit, imagine that happening.
It starts off with the musical theme song, but something was off about it. The quality was really bad and the audio sounded very distorted. After that, it goes straight to the episode. The beginning of it shows Caillou playing with his toys in his room, until when Rosie comes into his room asking if Caillou would play with her. Caillou then starts yelling at Rosie, telling her to go away, but Rosie didn't seem to respond to what his big brother was saying to her. Caillou then got even angrier and starts beating up Rosie. He was punching and kicking her violently. As he did that, Rosie then starts bleeding a bit as well as getting bruises on her. This lasted for about 15 minutes, until Caillou's parents walk into the bedroom, only to see that Caillou was beating up his little sister Rosie. His dad then yelled, "That's it! I am calling the police on you, you little bastard!" Caillou then stops and slowly turns his head towards his parents in a very creepy way. He then leaped onto his dad and starts biting his skull. His dad then starts screaming loudly his pain. Then Caillou ripped open his dad's skull and started eating his brain. Then the screen had cut to static for about 8 minutes or so.
Oh, that's a long time. That's longer than a Caillou episode.
The episode came back with Caillou and his mother in the living room. It shows his mother slowly backing away from her son, as she said, "Caillou, why are you doing this? It's just not like you." Caillou then said, "Shut up, you stupid lady. You are going to die whether you like it or not." He then grabs a gun from the shelf and starts shooting his mother from head to toe. She then dies quickly from the loss of blood. The screen had all of a sudden cut to static for a good 5 minutes. Then the episode came back with Caillou staring at the viewers with an evil expression on his face. His eyes were a glowing red and his teeth were as sharp as knives. This lasted for a long time until the episode ends with no credits.
Okay.
Instead, it ended with loud static. Oh. The tape of the episode is found in an old shed at the producer's house. If you find this tape, please contact the authorities.
When it misgendered his sister, I choked on water and was coughing so much I almost fucking passed out. I lost my voice from coughing and because I fucking almost choked to death for a second.
I love the chat comment. Clifford the big dead dog could never.
Succinct to the point. Called Rosie a him for no reason one time. Like they just messed up. Oh my god.
The second one is called Caillou Dooms Earth.
Oh, awesome.
I wonder what he does in this one.
This one's really short.
Okay.
In case you're wondering, no, this is not some plot to a grounded video. It's a lost episode I found once. One Saturday afternoon, I was walking in the streets when I spotted a VHS of Caillou called Caillou Doomed Earth. Of course, like you guys, I hate Caillou, but I was curious. So I grabbed it in my pocket and went home with it. When I got home, I immediately dashed to the living room, put the VHS in the DVD player, and it played. It began with the theme song intro. Then after the theme song intro, weirdly, there is no scene with the narrator, nor the kids. The title card says, Caillou Dooms Earth. Seeing that title, I burst out laughing, thinking some edgelord made that title up. When the episode began, it is showing Caillou playing toys like usual. Then Caillou decided to just go outside and do something there. But when Caillou was almost to the door of the outside, he saw some calculator-like thing with a pirate skeleton in the back. I was like, sorry, what is that? Caillou, without thinking through, took the strange-looking calculator in his pocket and sprinted to the backyard. When outside, Caillou took out the calculator and saw that there was only a yellow button with the same pirate skeleton. I am a Daddy Atlee realized that this is a mechanic that when you push the button, a place explodes into smithereens. Freaking out, I yelled at Kello to not push the yellow button, so save him and his family from death. But unfortunately, it was too late. Caillou pushed the button, and the scene jumps to a nuke blasting from the military base. The nuke is going faster than supersonic speed. It took 33 seconds for the nuke to land on Caillou's house. When the nuke hit the top roof of the house, it again jump cuts to an explosion shot, which I bet is coming from the now destroyed Caillou's house.
Okay.
Then the credits rolled. I know that it isn't a scary story, but I am sharing it because it is one of the most weirdest things I've ever watched. So yeah, that is the end of the story. See you guys next time.
I think it was pretty scary.
Awesome. Which one was better?
I kind of like the first one more.
Yeah, I like the first one where Caillou snapped
really
and goes
scary.
crazy.
Yeah, the first one was really scary.
Has anyone ever heard of Troop 666?
No.
It was a troop that went to a camping trip and never came back. I was watching TV when suddenly I fainted. Then I was at the campground where they were last seen.
What?
It was at Devil's Nook Forest in Roransville, Minnesota. It was very dark out, which was very strange. I couldn't even see the moon. When I was walking around, wondering where I was, until I saw a bunch of corpses, I went and immediately called 911 on my cell phone. The cops never arrived. To this day, I am scared to death because of this event. It seems to haunt me in my dreams sometimes. It was a horrible event, and I don't think anyone should ever have to experience it. I was in therapy for years due to this. I had the urge to see this site, so I drove to the location I was in the dream, and saw a single gravestone. It read RIP. It said my name, but I censored it. I was never found again. See you at the camp.
That's all you got?
One of my favorite creepypasta endings.
See you at the camp.
One of my favorite creepypastas endings is when they die.
Yeah, I do love person dying in creepypasta.
I really like when the creepypasta author is dead and is like, I died. The end.
The last time I ever went to a carnival was when I was 13, and I am going to tell you why. When I was 12, I had always wanted to be a filmmaker or director on a Hollywood movie. On the day of August 5th, 2007, it was my 13th birthday. I had a couple of my friends come over. I had about 5 friends there, including one I didn't know. He went to my school, he was very odd. I got all the presents from my friends first. This is what I got. A 24-pack box of Skittles. I love Skittles. Sell a book by Stephen King. A brand new 18GB SD card. A brand new tripod for my camera that must have cost maybe over $60. And then I got from the very odd kid, so it looked like a crappy McDonald's toy. I didn't think it was a crappy McDonald's toy. It looked like a Jack-in-the-Box. The next day I decided to find out exactly what it did. I kept cranking the Jack-in-the-Box until it scared me so much I literally jumped out of my desk chair. It wasn't a Jack-in-the-Box because all it did was open, and inside was a rock of some sorts. I went to go pick it up, but right when I touched it, I heard a very loud growl from my closet.
Oh.
I ran outside my room and into the kitchen. I heard the closet door open and bang against my dresser drawer. I screamed, and right as I did, I woke up sitting at my desk with the box in front of me with the stone in my hand. I dropped to the floor. A couple of days after that, I never touched the damn thing. I was so scared I didn't even want to put it back in the box. I didn't want to do it because I was too busy getting ready for the carnival that would invite town yearly.
I thought it was because he was scared.
Oh, no.
As I finished getting ready, I got on my bike and started riding all the way to where the carnival was. I have remembered where they held it by heart because I went every year, so there was no excuse not to go. Right when I got there, I saw all my friends getting their bracelets, which let you get on the rides for free without buying a bunch of tickets. I went to go grab my money, but when I found my pocket, what I found in my pocket was that rock. I put it back in my pocket, got my money, and bought the bracelet. We decided to go on the well-known scat ride that
Ew!
Oh.
Ew! Don't ride that ride! Ew!
As we got into
It's short for scary cat ride, Qweave. It's different.
Oh.
I grabbed onto the rock by accident. I couldn't let go of it. Right then there, I knew something bad was going to happen. I could feel it. I could feel a chill going right through my bones. My adrenaline started to pump through my veins as the ride started. My friends were sitting next to me. I tried to scream, but I couldn't do anything but sit back and watch whatever was going to happen.
Riding a fucking ride, dude. Calm down.
We started to spin. Faster, faster, I heard my friends say as we were spinning round and round. All of a sudden, I saw the guy running the ride smile, and all of a sudden we started to go really fast. I couldn't help but notice that I had dropped the rock, and it had fallen into one of the machines. The machine started stuttering as we started going faster than this ride could. But suddenly made a crashing sound right underneath us.
Uh-oh.
The cart we were sitting in suddenly started to slide. The cart we were in was on one wire underneath us. The wire broke for some reason because of the rock I dropped on the machines. We flew into the Ferris wheel.
What?
I heard screams.
No!
I started
Wait,
to
that's
panic
scary.
and scream. I tried to get out of the spot I was in. It was no use. We were all
That
going
sounds
to die. There was no chance we were going to survive. I blacked out. When I woke up, I saw blood and twisted metal all over the place. The Ferris wheel had tipped the other way and fallen. I felt a sharp pain in my shoulder. I looked over, and there was a hot piece of metal stabbed right in my shoulder. I tried to pull it out, but it was stuck. I screamed for help. I saw my dead friends sitting next to me. They were both decapitated, and one of them had only one leg, which is worse than being decapitated, I guess. I was told the next day that I was the only one who survived. I was so sad that my friends had died, but I was happy that I had survived. From then on, I have never gone to a carnival again.
What the fuck did the rock have to do with this?
It was a scary rock, and he dropped the machines, and it caused the ride to malfunction.
Oh.
What do you think the evil rock, the OP is an asshole for bringing a rock on a ride? This is like a saw trap type deal.
No, this is not a saw trap. The protagonist ended up in a Final Destination movie by accident.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. I meant Final Destination. My bad.
I got Final Destination at the carnival. Oh my god.
He had no survivor skill. He was like perfectly
I was sad that my friends died, but it was his fault too. I was a bit sad that my friends died, but I was happy that I didn't die, so whatever. I won't go on any carnival rides ever again.
Oh my god.
Me live, friend die. Well, it's actually friend die, me live. Like, he was sad, but then he got better really fast, right?
Yes. My friends are dead, but next year Brawl is coming out.
My friend just got drowned. My friend just got drowned.
Your finale.
Okay. I'm gonna read two.
Boot finale.
Oh, I would hate to be the finale. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna read this one. This one's called Ugly Man, and it's like 10 sentences long.
Okay, I won't look up Ugly Man. I don't want to see.
Can you look up Ugly Man?
No, it's gonna be mean. I don't want that.
It will be mean. You're right. It's a good point.
We're just gonna watch this fun carnival ride still.
Okay. Ugly Man. There is an ugly man sitting at the window.
Okay.
You wonder what he wants. There's an ugly man sitting at the window. You wonder who he is. His eyes are big and round. His mouth is small and crooked. He doesn't ever smile, and rarely does he laugh. There's an ugly man sitting at the window. He must be so very cold. He never wears any clothing, save for a rope tied around his neck.
You're really zhuzhing this one up.
You wonder if he's hungry, because he's so very thin. There's an ugly man sitting at the window. He makes you very scared. How you wish he'd go away and let you sleep in peace. There's an ugly man sitting in the window. He doesn't say a single word. You wonder if he can. There's an ugly man sitting at the window. Will you let him in? Open the window and see if he will come. There is an ugly man sitting at the window. Now it's open wide, and he looks at you with big round eyes, and finally he moves. There's an ugly man standing in your room.
Okay.
You've let him in.
Yeah, what's up, man?
And now he's never going to leave.
He's my roommate, actually. I was not letting him in.
There's an ugly man walking to you now. Your cries will do no good, for now he's here. And you, my friend, will surely meet your end.
Why?
That's it.
It's just like an ugly guy.
That was like a limerick.
Yeah, that was
That's
like
a limerick.
like a bard sung that in a tavern to me.
I tried to like really put some sway on it because it's like trying to go for that.
There's an ugly man sleeping in your bed. You're gonna wish you were dead.
Oh my
I wish
god.
you were dead. That's literally Ugly Barnacle with extra steps. It's actually true.
There was an ugly man, and he was so ugly that you didn't survive.
I like old games. A lot, actually.
Whoa.
I like the nostalgia feeling of replaying games used to play as a kid.
Ooh.
I sold my old consoles, the NES, the SNES, the Master System. Now the only way I can play old games is by emulating them in the computer. I know a lot of sites where you can find ROMs. I have a lot of fun and nostalgic times with those games. I've never felt so childish since then.
Childish.
I was looking on YouTube for some cool game reviews when I stumbled across Pro Jared's Hydlide.
Oh my
All
fucking
right,
god.
hold on. Let me get this video up on stream real fast.
I found the video very funny. I also found the game very bad and ugly, but as an RPG lover, I felt like playing it. Strangely enough, I couldn't find the ROM in any of the sites. Well, it must be an unknown game, so I gotta Google it then, I thought. I Googled for Hydlide ROMs, and then I found a link with the name Hydlide ROM, in parentheses, broken. I clicked the link, which redirected me to a white screen with no URL, not even about blank showing up. I found this strange, but quickly the page changed to a message which read, "Please put an end to this. My Hydlide ROM is cursed. You gotta stop! I'm having nightmares, please!" Besides the lack of dots and commas, I didn't find that odd or strange. I even thought that was a joke, saying the game was so bad that it gave him nightmares. But what I found odd was that, without even telling me, the game was already downloaded.
Oh?
The file was called Sorrow, and it contained a README note and an executable called Hydlide.exe. I clicked the README file, and it contained text that read, "You will regret." From that point on, I started to get scared. Then I clicked the executable file, and strangely enough, nothing happened. I waited for a while, and still nothing turned up. My mom called me for dinner, and I left the room, leaving the PC on, and after dinner I came back and turned the monitor back on. When the monitor did turn back on, Hydlide was finally running.
Yay!
It was different than what I saw in videos. The starting screen showed the name Hydlide in a red color, and below it was written "End Game" instead of "Start Game."
Huh.
Nevertheless, I got a bit excited, and I thought it was a glitch or something. But the most odd part is there wasn't any background music. Not even the annoying jingle that replays for 15 seconds. I pressed A to start the game. That's when things started to get creepy. Well, more than it already was. The game started with the initial cutscene, which showed the princess and Jim, the protagonist. Jim walks up to the princess and stabs her! His eyes were red, and the stabbing noise was actually really realistic. The princess fell to the ground and shook in pain until she bled to death. Then the game changes the gameplay, but it was different. The annoying jingle was very slow and sad, and there wasn't any enemy, any chest, anything. From that point on, I thought this was a hacked version of the game, and the creator was trying to pull a prank on me. But it gets worse.
Oh shit.
I walked around a map that looked almost like a wasteland, and I felt like I was being watched, like I wasn't alone. I walked for great 10 minutes looking for someone or something. I entered all the caves and all the castles, but there was nobody there.
This just sounds like
After a while, it felt like it was worthless to keep on, and I tried to exit game. I pressed escape, and nothing happened. Usually by pressing escape, the emulator stops, or just exits full screen mode. It's just an executable, not an emulator, you idiot, I thought to myself. Then I pressed Alt F4, and still nothing happens. I tried Alt Tab, and Control Alt Delete, but the game just stood still. I was worried, what's the game done to my PC? But then I came up with the most obvious idea. Why don't I enter the menu screen and select the exit option? I pressed enter, and a box came up, but the only option was give up. I know what the creator's trying to do. He's taunting me, telling me that if I exit the game, I would be giving up of such challenge, I thought. I selected the option anyways. And for my own surprise, the game didn't stop. The screen changed instead. It was another cutscene. This time, it was only Jim on a pitch-black black room. He's holding his sword in his hands. His eyes were red again. The music was very electronic and high-pitched. My ears were hurting for listening to that. It was headache-inducing. Jim then stabs himself, kneeling on the floor. The screen was shaking. That moment, I could see another person in the room, as it was the shadows. I could barely recognize him. I was pretty scared, but I could see that it was a person. It seemed very happy, with a mad smile, looking at Jim in such a way that felt it was pleased. The music slowed down as the screen faded out.
Pasta guy's a bat who's hurt by sound.
Another message showed up saying, "You chose this. You are next." I almost passed out in fear. The game finally closed and new README was added. Something told me to click it. The README was titled, "It's Not Over," and inside it was written, "It Never Was."
Alright.
I shut down my PC and went to bed. I was too tired. That night and the next nights, I had nightmares with that smiley face. I'm posting this here, in case something happens to me. I searched for more information about this hack, but I couldn't find anything about it. I tried to find that page again, but it seems like it was deleted, or never even existed.
It's fucking
Hydlide
Hydlide
for days. That's it. That's the end.
That was a... Why did someone write that?
I don't know. I was really hoping that the character that said "you chose this, you are next" was going to be Hydlide, so we go, "You chose this,
but no,
you are next."
No.
I was really looking forward to it, but unfortunately, it is the Shadow. My bad, fellas.
The Shadow did that instead of Hydlide. Hydlide was not real in this story. Oh.
All right, Qweave. Well, let's wrap it up.
Let me play us off.
Give us the big finale.
All right, I'm gonna play us off.
I'm excited.
With let me look at like YouTube. Let's look up YouTube. All right. I have a scary story for you all to end the night. This is called The True YouTube. A couple of weeks ago, I was doing what I normally do, browsing through YouTube. I love browsing through YouTube. I even still love it till this very day, even after a horrific incident involving the site. I was checking my inbox on YouTube, and I came across a message with the subject as, "Warning." I got a little nervous seeing it, so I clicked on it. Upon clicking on it, it just read a bunch of random numbers and letters, all arranged as it was some type of secret message. However, at the end of all the letters, it read, "Help me." I then looked at the username of whoever sent this message. It read, "The True YouTube." I was a little unsettled by this, so I clicked on the link. It just brought me back to the regular YouTube home screen with the message, "This account has been suspended." I was glad that account was suspended because I was very unsettled by the message. But a few days later, the same account sent me another message. The message was exactly the same. It had the same subject, wrote the same message, except at the end it wrote, "Help me, I'm dying." Once again, I clicked on the link to the user, and it brought me back to the regular YouTube with the same message. "This account has been suspended." A few days later, once again, the account sent me another message. This time, it showed the same message, but at the end, it showed a link to a video. Curiously, I clicked on the video. It first showed a pop-up saying some random letters and numbers arranged as if they were a secret message, and at the bottom, the two options were yes and no. I clicked yes. What happened next was disturbing. The YouTube video player started. Unlike most YouTube video players, it went to full screen right away. I couldn't exit it.
That's scary.
No matter what. Then, the video started. At first, it showed a bunch of static and screaming in the background. Then, the screen cut to some pictures. I couldn't tell what they were made of. All I know is they were disturbing. Then, Another photo popped up. This one made me just barf right there. It was of a little girl standing at the end of a road. Her eyes were gone.
Oh.
And in her hand was a bloody knife labeled YouTube. However, what scared me the most was that her body was cut and on it spelled my username. I ran out of the room and down my block. I never saw the rest of the video. But when I came back to my house, my computer had the blue screen of death on it. I rebooted my computer and went back to YouTube. I logged into my account and it said, I've been suspended. I have a feeling throughout all this, I'm trying to receive a message, but I can't tell what. Even though I still love YouTube, I'm having trouble looking at it the same way again now. That was the true YouTube.
I like that one a lot. I think that we should have got Floofy in for like the last minute and made her read fucking
the true YouTube.
The true YouTube.
True YouTube.
She was holding a knife labeled YouTube.
Labeled !YouTube.
Alright. Well, chat, you've listened to all our scary tales.
Ooh.
And lest you forget, we've hidden one written story in each of our collections.
Isn't that crazy? I think this is hard.
I'm excited to see what chat thinks.
What do you think? Who do you think wrote what?
No, you can't get a recap.
You have to remember our stories.
I mean, we should probably say what stories we read.
We'll do this eventually.
Yeah,
I Nuke one because nuclear devastation.
Ooh, that would have been good.
Troop 66 was defo written.
Synth was a Boy Scout.
This is why I want to do a vote, because we can get like a true finger
Clifford
on the pulse.
Big Dead Dog was written. Oh, you missed all of them.
If you wrote Luigi killing Mario, I'll be so surprised because of the absolute girth of that story.
Boot and I did have a whole long train ride.
Yeah, we did work together.
Oh my god.
Oh, holy shit.
It was that's my second option if you somehow.
The big twist is that we worked together on one of these stories.
Yeah,
nobody thinks he wrote YouTube, and that's crazy.
No one thinks I wrote YouTube because we both were aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
Me saying you should read this one to close us out kind of does disqualify YouTube to a degree. Well, chat, the vote's over. I have bad news. You were wrong. Luigi killing Mario won. Eminem and Bart Simpson tied for second. I wrote Bart Simpson is evil.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
Yeah,
I could tell. It was really obvious. It was really obvious.
I think that was very, very obvious.
It was very clear to me that I wrote Bart Simpson. I included every single trope that I constantly reference on stream in one story and thought it would be pretty clear.
You truly and entirely did.
The fact that any of you thought I would write the fucking 80 paragraph long Luigi killing Mario one is like crazy. That shit was too long for me to read, for me to have written. I would not have done that. Eminem, I could see. Eminem's a convincing other one.
I thought, yeah.
I think Eminem was like my my red herring one, because Eminem was like, I think, the one I thought was funniest. I really liked Eminem. That was my opener because I thought that one was badass. But I wrote Bart Simpson. I wrote it because Bart Simpson is the villain of The Simpsons. I was like, my concept came to me like while falling asleep on the train to the city. I was like,
oh yeah, I can write one about Bart.
Bart Simpson's the villain of The Simpsons. I will say I had a runner-up for what I wanted to write. I was going to write about someone's spore creature becoming real, but I didn't feel like doing it. Or actually, it was gonna be somebody makes a spore creature and it's all fucked up in an evil spore, and then their wife gives birth to a spore creature that they made.
Oh,
and they're like,
God.
My spore creature is my child? That was my original concept, but I didn't feel like
I can't believe
doing
you didn't do that. That's crazy.
It seems funny, but it was like more. I'm running on like fucking 3 hours of sleep today. I couldn't.
No, there's still a couple candies in there, but like not many.
It would have been really good, but you know, next time I'm gonna be a little bit more well rested.
I kind of think that it's the first Caillou, because I could imagine you writing. The only reason why is I could imagine you writing like
Yeah.
Caillou jumping on someone, biting them like a gremlin.
The first Caillou was my second option for sure.
It's that or Despicable Me. The biting of the skull is just so you.
Okay, so Dead Adventure 2 was a red herring. It was actually Sackboy's Revenge.
I was gonna say
shit.
Sackboy's
God.
Revenge. Sackboy's
Yeah.
Revenge stars like a wonderful
you're right,
happy child. That was my guess. I was like, I kind of think that like only one person would write a child who really contrasts with like the typical.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I wanted to write a creepypasta from the mindset of like the most like sheltered, naive, like little Nintendo kid you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
God.
I think that's good.
Break his bones.
I kind of felt that one. That was the one I felt.
I put in a lot of odd shit like chapter 1.
Yeah, chapter 1, the Nathan
Hold on.
Sackboy's Revenge. Is just
The
not
chapter
what the
1
story's
line
about
Really
at all.
obfuscated
I
it.
worked really hard on making it shitty. I'm just gonna
I'm
put
big
the
fan,
text
big fan.
file in the Discord.
Alright, Synth, what did you read today? You read Clifford the Big Dead Dog.
I have my list. I read Bon Appetit, Pokemon Sta-DIE-um, Clifford
hope
the
you
Big
wrote Bon
Dead
Appetit.
Dog, Troop 666, and Carnival Ride.
Alright. I think you're so good. Every year that we do this, I think you do a good job of not entirely doing, like, video game stuff.
That's okay. Whatever.
Join the Discord if you want to keep up with this stuff. We're going to be doing some stuff on Tuesday. It's going to be fun. Pokemon Sta-DIE-um one with 39%
I did
of the
indeed
vote.
write Pokemon Sta-DIE-um.
Stay done.
Yo!
Nice.
I think that's good. I think that was a good one, too.
I'm actually surprised by that.
I like that Pokemon Sta-DIE-um, basically nothing happens.
I put all the ones that I read in chat, but I did read 6.
Here's the thing about Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
Sta-DIE-um, is I feel like hyper-realistic blood as a phrase is often a giveaway.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, definitely. These days, no
Yeah,
one really
like-
says it anymore.
It's like a joke kind of thing. If a creepypasta's old, I can see it being
Yeah,
there.
it could have been an old pasta.
Yeah, it could have been an
There's
old
no
one.
world. There's no world.
Alright, and our last poll is Boot.
I have to decide if you having a video of Deathbird is like the craziest red herring in the world.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I think Boot is the one.
No!
I feel like Boot purposefully made it harder than some other
I have
people.
done no such thing.
Oh, the Deathbird video was totally. Oh.
We have fan art. I'll show off fan art before
I
we
would
go
never
off for
make
the
this
night.
this hard. I have to say that Ugly Man is one of the funniest things I could have possibly done. I gotta say.
It'd be really weird if you did Ugly Man. Also, Gum with 1 vote. How are you all hating on Gum so bad? I
Yeah,
know
Gum
which
was
one you
good.
did. I know which one
You know which one I did.
I
Gum
do know
feels
which
really
one
real.
Boot did.
I did Hellovision.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
not
yeah.
Deathbird.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do
Deathbird,
like that you were enamored enough by Deathbird to make a fake video.
Yes.
Yeah.
I read Deathbird and I said I need to make the video and I opened up After Effects and I made the video from Deathbird.
Here's the problem with
Holy
Hellovision
shit.
is I feel like Hellovision had too cool of a concept for it to be something we would have
I
chosen.
see. I
off a
was writing it.
random
I
website.
thought it was stupid, and then I forgot to write the part where all the little guys come out of it.
Yeah, so it just kind of has like a non-ending.
It just says an ending that I forgot. Yeah, no, all of them came out of the TV.
Yeah, I think that like there were several people when you were reading that one who were like, yeah, that was kind of like a cool concept though.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think you accidentally had too good of an idea, and it kind of is a giveaway because every other idea that we read is like fucking atrocious. So
Well, I was writing it, and I was like, "This is gonna be stupid."
then you were reading it, and everyone, yeah,
I'll
it sounded,
take it.
it sounded like a
This sounds
Goosebumps
fresh out of
episode.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, that's like a.
I was.
You did have a meat tunnel inside of the inside of
Yes,
the
I
TV.
did put a meat tunnel.
There was a meat tunnel in it.
That sounds fresh out of it. Since I ran about flesh stuff made in horror stories too much.
Yeah.
See, that's like fun though. Like a meat tunnel is different than you reach into a VCR and there's meat in it. That's different.
All right, let me show off this fan art, and let me make this big.
Big.
This one's awesome.
Bird.
Really small. All right, so
What? So is it so tiny?
Ooh, why is it so tiny? I made it bigger! I made it bigger! I made it bigger! It's normal size now! It's normal size now! Ah! From Mockroach!
I adore this.
We have
These are
us
fucking awesome.
wearing cool outfits.
This is the best.
We kind of looking like World Ends With You characters right now.
Yes.
I think the dial-up is like perfect. That's something. I think dial-up is the most
I
like
really,
in
really
character
fuck with
outfit
Noelle
here.
also.
I like
Oh,
Noelle. I
it's
think
great.
Noelle's is very in character.
I love the medallion. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are very cool. These go hard. The dripped out babies. Dedica dripped out babies. This goes crazy.
This dial-up is way cooler than I will ever be.
Dial up with the raver kind of
I'm
pants
this cool.
on.
I love my chain. I think having chains is awesome.
Yeah,
Heavy Chains is awesome.
Noelle's fucking Twitter creature medallion
The
goes
Thing.
crazy. The thing. The freak.
God.
Harry with the hoodie. I think that this is I think this goes crazy. Thank
You look
you.
so good.
No, this looks really good. I really like this one.
Mm-hmm.
I also
Really
like the
classic piece of art.
repurposing of Boots' like jacket thing into a fun T-shirt.
Something I gotta say, I really respect that you kept everyone's palette the same.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Some motherfuckers would not pick up on the fact that Boot would never wear any color that isn't the 4 colors that are on him, and y'all caught it.
I do think you said that on stream a few
pass.
times.
I think I've said that on stream a couple times, but it does need to be said. That
and,
chain is pushing a little bit, but I'll give it a pass.
and from Popgun Arcade, we have us communing with the spirit.
So I wasn't planning on this to be
You made
talking
a
to Luigi.
fucking Luigi board. What did you expect?
Yeah, it was a gimmick. It was like a gimmick.
I
It wasn't
like
meant
my.
to, I wasn't thinking like, oh, we're gonna call Luigi on the spirit board. I thought we were gonna talk to a real ghost. But as a joke, it was called the Luigi board.
Listen,
Well,
you made
should
it
have thought ahead on that
You
one.
made it a Luigi board.
It was
and
themed.
Talking to
I love the
Luigi
Luigi board.
is a lot easier as a stream gimmick thing.
Yeah,
than talking
it was
to
very
just
funny.
a
I
ghost.
love how well I felt that worked.
Yeah,
think that
I'm
was
glad
extremely
you liked
funny.
how it worked. Boot and I tested the Ouija board before stream, and I was like, that worked like shit. And Boot was like,
I was
that
like,
worked
hell no,
perfect.
that's great. That was perfect.
So,
Before we go, I wanted to say really quick, thank you, Pop Gun Arcade, for the
yeah,
heaving
Pop Gun
tits.
Arcade for
Oh my
the
God.
thanks Pop Gun Arcade for the heaving tits. Thanks.
Jesus Christ.
I like how sad you look about them. You look miserable.
I'm really sad about my huge tits and Ghost Luigi.
Which one are you sad about? We'll never tell.
Yep.
But
Good luck, my friend. Choo.
good luck,
That's it.
everybody,
Thanks,
and good
Dracula.
Good luck,
night.
everyone.
See you in camp.